Good evening and welcome to Fantastic Dimensions. Today is episode 5 of the Hell's Heart campaign. This one is tentatively titled The Rise of Captain Claw. I say tentatively because I had to change the title of the last session after the game did not go at all in the direction that I had thought it would go. So, I've got my 5 wonderful players here. Unfortunately, Troy couldn't make it today, but his character's dead anyway, so we don't have to deal with any narrative issues of his absence. Hopefully, he feels better. We'll be back with us in a couple of weeks' time. So, in the meantime, are you ready for some lamentations?
Yarr.
All right. I knew I could count on you, Sean. Somebody would reply. So when we left off, you guys had returned to Tortuga for like the 3rd time in a couple of weeks. I know we had gone over our experience at the end, and we had gone over selling the other ship that you had captured and paying for the repairs of your own ship. But we're going to pull it back a little bit. I mean, those repairs are paid for and are underway. It'll take a few days for that to be completed. But on the basically the night of your arrival, because I think you guys arrived at nighttime, and then the next day, what would be your plan? Because it'll take a few days for your ship to be repaired. Do you want to stay on the ship? Do you want to go into the city, etc.? I think. Did you ever recover that? You did retrieve that buried treasure last time, didn't you, Sean?
Yeah. That's why we went back because we were heading out and then we head back because So I have the treasure.
Okay. I suppose. Does anybody want to recap the last session actually before we get rolling?
Not me. Who's got some limbs to spare?
Not you, Sean. No?
I'll do it if nobody else does it. So.
Okay.
Okay.
Give us your best shot, Captain.
Okay. So last time, basically what happened is that in the events, it was Troy's character and Robert the Claw came. Basically, there was a great conflict, and through different basically misunderstandings, let's say it so lightly, fight broke out, and Andrew was forced to intervene because of the pact we have, and Troy's character died, and then we decided to take over the ship, and we did so. So we went back, and I attacked the captain, and that's when and then the other ones helped me because I don't think I even hit the captain. Just at the end, we killed the captain and took over the ship, and then I gave everybody a position, and then we went out from Tortuga. Although we went back fast to get my treasure, and then we got some supplies, and I think we also murdered Lloyd's character because he wasn't there. So so I gave everybody their positions.
His character's name was Oscar.
Oscar, yeah, we murdered him too.
When he came back with the gun and
well, because he was loyal to the captain and he was against Andrew and me. So especially Andrew because of the magic. And so also my arm started growing back, my right arm. And I have been having wicked dreams of murder and death and mayhem, which has been keeping.
Did you want to touch on what caused that to happen?
Oh yeah. There was we were at the tribe before that, when there was the fight against Lloyd, and we were at the tribe, and we asked for basically a demon to help me get my limbs back, and the demon was possessing a woman, a shaman woman, and she hurtled out this kind of demon flesh, which I then absorbed, eaten, and that's has obviously some kind of black magic effect on me, which I'm sure is going to bite me in the butt in the end. But it's Lamentations, so every form of magic is kind of fucks you over anyway. So
Yeah, she hacked up a flesh ball and you ate it.
yeah. So and my arm has been starting to grow back because of that. But yeah, so and now we are setting out sails, and we did actually did manage to take over a ship, attacked a ship, and there was some damage done, but we sold the ship, the other one, and we almost went to the other port and had to talk ourselves out from before being arrested.
Port Royal.
But we didn't. Port Royal, yeah, and we're not going back there. So,
I would just point out that you were approached by a ship, a much larger ship. I think it was a Royal Galleon or a fast galleon. And
yeah.
Yeah, you were boarded by like 20 English Marines plus their captain, whose name was Captain. I can't remember his first name, but his last name was Thomas. There's a lot of Toms and Thomases in this game. I noticed after listening back to the last session. But Captain Thomas, you ended up taking him hostage so that you could escape because you had attacked him. You took him hostage, so they let you go on the terms that you were going to release him, put him ashore once you got out of sight of Port Royal, and they weren't pursuing you. So his ship and his men pulled away as you sailed towards Tortuga with
and
the
then we
Captain
murdered
Thomas.
him.
Yeah, and then you murdered him and hurled him in the sea.
And now we're setting our eyes for new ships to plunder.
Yeah.
That reminds me, Ian, because I was told by the spirit that there's a Spaniard I need to kill to take a cup from. What was that guy's name?
The Captain Rivera.
Captain Rivera. And where was he supposed to be at again when I asked the spirit?
The spirit told you to find, I can't remember the exact term, but it was a flower. You had to find the brightest flower in Cumana. And then it would be able to tell you where you'd find Captain Rivera.
Is Cumana an island?
It is indeed, yep. No, it's not an island, it's a port, sorry, in the Spanish mainland. It's, I want to say it's part of what would now be Venezuela. Do you have the map that I gave out for? Here you go. It's the Cattleya Mosier's brightest flower. There you go. I did write it down.
All right.
And you are supposed to retrieve the chalice of Dagon from Spanish Captain Rivera and take it to Sunken Temple near Grand Bahama. You're supposed to place it on the altar, fill it with the warm blood of a human being, and that will help you to purge yourself of the demon. You're currently calling Grox, inside of yourself.
So we're starting
speaking through your voice and seeing through your eyes, etc.
We're starting at the port though, at Tortuga.
Yep, you've just arrived back at Tortuga after, several days or maybe a couple days, whatever it is, after you murdered Captain Thomas and escaped Port Royal. You've made arrangements to have your ship repaired and to sell. I think you already divvied up the money anyway, but to sell the damaged ship that you brought back from the Spanish Main. Yeah, and that's where we left off.
So, one thing I need to tell the captain right away when we're pulling into port, I'll be standing up on my two crates with my knee out, looking out. Captain, I think you and I need to get a couple spy glasses. This guessing by our eyesight's not doing us too well.
I have this my pipe, and I've learned to manipulate the claw enough that I could move it from my mouth and back. But I have one of the younger seamen, one of the lower ranked seamen, help me with filling up that. the pipe and lighting it. So I like take a smoke out and I like, yeah. How much will that cost?
Ooh, I don't know. I've never bought a spyglass. They look pretty expensive, but maybe we can find one here on Tortuga.
We should look around. There should be some kind of a shop here sells them.
Also, Captain, just a thought. Have you heard anything about a Captain Rivera?
Out of character, would I know anything? Would I know about
No.
this guy?
You don't
Okay,
know.
I'm like, never heard. Is he some sounds kind of like a Spanish name? Somebody who we could rob?
Yeah, Silvers nods. Exactly. I heard back in port just a couple weeks ago that the man has a lot of treasure that he needs to be relieved of. Evidently, he's incompetent in command. He might be an easy hit.
Hmm. As long as he doesn't have a bigger ship than us, then we can do it.
And then I'll relate.
Everybody has a bigger ship than you. You're riding around in a pinnace.
That's true. That's true.
And then I'll relay the story of a dirty sailor at a bar that told me about Venezuela and a port where we might find where he puts in berth.
Do I detect any kind of subterfuge from Andrew? Can I see it?
I don't know. How well are you selling it, Andrew? How well are you selling it?
I just state it matter of factly, just like, this is what I heard.
Okay. Would I need any roll to detect anything, or wouldn't I detect anything? Just
I tell you, go ahead and make a wisdom roll. So roll d20.
Okay. I rolled a 19.
Oh no, you don't detect anything.
Yeah. Well, my wisdom is anyway low stakes. I'm like, that sounds about right. You could maybe go there.
Might be worth checking out. Plus, that's pretty far away from the Dutch and the English.
Yep, I got problems with them for sure. We gotta keep Tortuga as a base possibly, and to come back always. We need at least one place where we can resupply if necessary.
Yeah.
This Venezuelan port. We can go there next if there's any booty to be found.
I figure even if we can't find Rivera, the fact that they don't know us by name and they might not have seen our wanted posters will do us a world of good.
For sure. Before we have bigger ships, we gotta be more careful. So it's just a matter of time. I'm sure we're gonna be in great ships, doing great deeds. And he kind of just moves ahead, and you can see the right arm that it has grown quite a bit back, and he's kind of like hiding it under some of his clothes a bit, but you can see it, Andrew. And as he looks, he doesn't try to hide it that much from you. He just looks outside onto the sea. Yes, great things will be happening, and he has got a little bit of the crazy eyes going on. Great things will be happening. As he takes a puff from his pipe.
You've got about 30% of an arm there.
Yeah.
The flesh is like a really deep red, almost black. Have you ever held a pint of Guinness up to like a really bright light?
Yeah.
You know how it's a really dark red color? That's the kind of color it is. The flesh on this new growing appendage you have.
Wow.
But at the moment, it's just a stump. Probably comes down just short of where the elbow should be.
But Andrew's characters would notice it since he has seen the arm chopped off before, or bitten out, torn off before, and there's a difference for sure. So.
Yeah, so I'll even make a little bit of a comment as you turn back profile to me with the wind blowing in your face, Titanic style. Yeah. I'll be like,
"I'm king of the world."
I know my eyes aren't great. That's why I requested we get the spyglass. But is your arm bigger than it was yesterday?
Might as well tell you. Something has been going on. I think this witch's spell, this thing I've ingested, has done something to me. You don't have to tell the others, but I think this devilry might bring us some advantages here. As you're familiar with the occult arts with more than I am.
So far, anyways, Robert. By the end, you might be an expert yourself, because I feel like our travels are going to take us into the heart of the occult. Dramatic pause. Dun dun dun.
Yeah, and I'm saying, yeah, for sure. And I think we will take the advantages out of that. Because you've opened my eyes. I thought the world was a simple world, a world of where men with guns and swords decide the fate, and cannons decide the fate of other men. But there's other forms of weaponry out there, apparently, and we should keep an eye open. Of course, being careful.
I must also tell you, Captain, because we haven't spoke of such things, it is within my power to learn more spells and more dastardly arts. But to do so, we will have to rend the knowledge from other magic users. And that means hunting the English and the Witch Queen and her bitch sailors.
We shall do that. I was planning on doing that eventually anyway, but we should maybe considering getting a bigger ship of some sort.
I still remember what happened last time, and I have a foggy flashback of you getting your ass wound, and then putting Troy's character out of his misery before I run and swan dive off the deck being shot at.
I kind of just moved like suddenly I feel it again. Yeah, I always feel that wound. I wonder who was that who shot me. Must have been one of the Englishmen. He still doesn't know.
Well, it seems like we have a plan. Should I rouse the crew and go ashore?
Tell them, for sure, tell them. We should follow this plan. It's a good plan. It's a good plan.
And since we've been at sea a couple of days, we've came up with the honorary salute to the captain. Instead of doing it like this, we do it like this. So we make the sign of the claw. So I'll turn and go and make the claw sign at him.
I do it back, but with my actual claw.
So I'll
Well, with the left hand actually. You have to do it with the left because it's on my left.
I'll turn around and storm down to the lower deck and kind of poke my head in and yell down there, "Time to go ashore, lads!"
And Dutch is down there, and he's the first to swing out of his hammock, it being probably midday now. And he says, "Aye, Red Claw."
Yeah, I return the sign of the claw to you.
And Dutch, he ducks his head and makes his way up through the hatch to go up onto deck. And there may you can see a little bit of the gristle and the guts that still remain on the deck from the Port Royal captain who was dispatched there days ago.
I look at down at the guts and stuff, and I'm like, at one point I look approvingly, and I'm like, well, somebody needs to clean that. I look at one of the sailors that is just standing around. Hey, you! Stop swilling all the rum and clean it up.
Aye, Captain.
That's a good. Yeah, and I do it back. Yeah, that's a good sailor.
Yeah. One of the advantages to all these new sailors you have on the ship is that they're all pretty well, trained to your likings. They never served under Bledsoe. They were hired by Bledsoe, but you guys killed him before you set sail. So, you've been able to kind of mold them into the type of sailors you want.
Yeah. We'll do. Oh, go ahead. Yeah. Sorry.
You can finish.
Oh, I just wanted to say, there's going to be much more blood and guts on this thing when we are finished here. So there's going to be more to scrub.
I wouldn't have it any other way, Captain.
Yes. In Tortuga, sir?
Not in Tortuga. Out in the sea. And they point to the sea. Tortuga is a fine place to resupply. In the near future, sailor.
As long as I don't have to clean, Ronald says as he walks up to the others and looks to the captain. Captain, can we go spend some money in town now? And we should have look out for some flags.
Sure, yeah.
You
Flag is a good idea.
What?
A growl coming from Silvers.
No flags?
I'm guessing that wasn't me, gut, and I'll put my hand on my stomach.
And I'll just say, yeah. That's the sound they will hear when we slay them from their ships. Anyway, let's go buy some of the items. Yeah, Ronald, you want to get the flags?
Aye, sir.
You got the money for it?
I think I do after our acquisition of the ship.
You're
Alright.
gonna buy some flags, is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll figure out a price for that too. But I will. Probably compare it to a type of clothing.
Yeah. What do we need? We need the English one and a Dutch one
And a Spanish one.
and
You have a
French.
Spanish one.
And French, yeah.
You have a Spanish one you took off that ship you captured, the one you just sold.
Oh, okay.
You also have a
Okay,
Dutch one.
well, we do?
Because,
Okay.
because the ship, the Silver Devil was a Dutch ship when you stole it.
Yeah.
So English and French.
Yep.
Alright, Captain. While he's working on that, I'll go work on getting us the spyglass.
Yeah, you do that. I'm gonna wait here. Like, what other? I don't think we need any other supplies at the moment.
So you're gonna stay on the ship?
No. I'm gonna go to the nearest tavern at the moment. I'm gonna
Sure.
drink some rum.
Oh, I don't know if I wrote that down. Does anybody remember the name of the tavern you guys were hanging out at before?
Oh, was it the Leaky Teat?
The leaky teeth.
Key?
Milky Teat.
Milky teeth.
Milky?
Leaky teeth.
Whatever.
That was a book I was reading. Never mind.
Book or a magazine? Oh,
Yeah.
anyway, the Milky Teat. That's right. Yeah, because it had a picture of the cow on the sign above the door.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, the Milky Teat. Yeah, you can go there if you want, or you can go to another tavern. I just wanted to remember. I don't think I'd written that down before, and I should have.
I'll try out another tavern. I kind of stand in front of the Milky Teeth, but I'm like, I might try as well another one.
Oh, I did write it down. Okay, cool.
I give some of the, basically the other sailors, not all. There's going to be sailors on the ship as guard and doing some duties, but some of them I tell them also that they can go.
How many sailors did you have?
I think a total of, 60?
No.
Or
30
was it
men,
more?
sir.
36 plus yourselves.
Oh, 36, okay, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
I missed
30
it.
men.
Spaniards
and
joined?
6 Spaniards joined you, yeah.
No, we have 60 sabers, right? Okay. I need to fucking clean up this character.
Well, where's your quartermaster?
Our quartermaster is, where is the quartermaster?
He didn't hear the call to leave. He's still counting up every brestle of wheat, everything that we stole. He's just writing it down. Then he'll remember, and you're all gone. Shit, where'd they go?
Like, I wait for the quartermaster before I go. I'm like, we're here in Tortuga. We're buying some other extra supplies.
Dominic will bow low to the captain, give him the sign of 2 claws, and then gives him 1. Where would you like to go, El Capitan?
I'm gonna go to
Follow you.
the local bar. Yeah, sure. Why not? Some people can have some shore leave for sure. We're gonna be out on the sea, but we have to have enough people here to guard the ship. So, yeah. But yeah, you can come with me. And then I look to Justin's character. What's your character again, Justin? I think what is
Dutch.
it here? Dutch. Yeah, of course, Dutch. So I'm like, Dutch. stand guard here, and I bring you a bottle of rum later. I need somebody from my core team to stay here.
I will work with
So,
the men, sir. And he
yeah,
holds the bottle up.
yeah, and I'm saying like next time I'll you just take it chill for now. Next
And
time
you'd see. Oh, sorry.
we
Go
will
ahead.
have. I'm just saying next time you have some shore leave. So.
And you just see as Dutch just walks off, he starts drinking with the guy who's scrubbing the guts up, like he's shooting shit with that guy.
Yeah. I look at him. He doesn't have to do it, and he's gonna have some time to do it. So I'm not I'm not a tyrant if it doesn't need to be. We're not like in a battle or something. Right now, we're not like the Royal Navy or something. So.
So how many men did you leave with Dutch?
I will say I allow 10 men to go on shore leave.
Okay, so you still have 26.
26. They stay on the ship, and the 10 men they come with me. They can come to the bar a little bit. And I do tell this. I do tell this to Ronald and Silvers too, where I'm gonna be. So in which tavern? So if they want, they can join me there later. It shouldn't be too far from the ship. I don't want to go too far from the ship. So.
Yeah. Okay. The tavern is called Louis' Revenge. Okay. That you go to. All right. So you go to that bar for the night. Probably. Are you going to stay there as well, try to get a room or something, or are you going to plan to go back to the ship to sleep?
I'm gonna go back to the ship to sleep,
Okay.
but I'm not gonna waste money. Yeah. I'm just gonna. I want it to be a close tavern, so I don't have to walk far when I'm drunk.
And what about? I'll just go one by one. What about you, Silvers?
For where I'm gonna sleep.
What are you gonna do this evening? And where are you gonna sleep?
I have two goals: obtain the spyglass, and then I need to go to a place that sells books, because I need to find a book worthy of a spell book.
Okay, gotcha.
And I'll sleep on the ship.
Yeah, no problem. You do find a place that does spyglasses. It'll cost you 250 silver for one.
Yeah, now I'm gonna make sure as I'm inspecting the merchandise, I want a long one that looks like super phallic. So if another ship's captain sees the first mate holding this thing, he's gonna be like, "Holy shit!"
His spyglass is bigger than ours.
Exactly. That's my plan. Yep. So I'll pay him 250 silver.
Okay.
No, I just imagine like a baseball-sized spyglass, and you can use it as a club.
Now the issue of the book is going to be a little bit more complex because I need it to meet a certain standard to put spells in it. It's going to have to be a fine leather binding, high quality parchment.
Yep. Yeah, you can find one though. It's going to cost you 100 silver though.
Yep, I spend it.
Okay. No problem. Clay had to step away, so we'll wait for him to come back. What about Ronald? What is Ronald going to do when he...
Yeah, he's going to buy the flags. Where the hell do you get that?
You'd probably find it at the, a tailor kind of, I'd say...
okay.
Something like that.
That's where she buys the dress as well.
Well, which is it, he or she? I think he's...
I don't know anymore.
Yeah. You can find them, and he'll make sure to finish some off. He doesn't have any ready to go, but he can have them ready in about 3 days. You're looking for a French flag and a Dutch and an English flag?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sure. He says he can do the two of them for you for 30 silver.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it'll be ready in 3 days.
Okay. And to make it more awkward, he's going to pharmacy to buy his makeup kit. Maybe he gets some strange looks.
Aye, lad, that'll make a fine gift for your lady.
Yes, it will, sir.
Tell me, how does a young buck like yourself come into that kind of money?
Oh, I've got rich parents, don't you see? And he looks down at himself, totally dirty and bloody. Well, he doesn't have to know.
Well, it's no bother to me where the money came from. As long as it's good coin, it's good coin.
Indeed. Yeah, and I guess he'll sleep on the ship.
Sure. Did you also, when you were at the tailor getting the flags ordered, did you want to get your dress there as well?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That would also probably attract some strange attention.
Mm-hmm. It's for my girlfriend.
Of course, yeah. But you get it sized to yourself, yes?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the same body, kind of.
He'll want to take your measurements, of course.
Oh. Oh, does he? Oh, that's bad. Okay. Well, with clothes on or without?
Oh, you know, just what do you wear? Do you have armor on, or like a buff coat or anything?
No, just
regular clothes.
normal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he might ask you to take off some of the extra layers and stuff, just to,
Okay, so she has her chest area bandaged quite heavily to hide her womanly features, and when she takes off the shirt, she says, "Well, a wound, you know."
Of course, yeah. So he'll take your measurements and get it all worked out, and say, I should be able to have the dress ready for you at the same time as the flags.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, no, thank you, he says. Very good. And Dutch is still on the ship. Captain Claw is at the bar. Clay, are you back yet?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So what about Dom? What does he do ashore?
He'll tag with the captain, and then when he sees a chance to slip away, he'll bow out. El Capitan, I must purchase a few supplies. I will return to you shortly. Is there a black market for like unholy items, poisons, the dirtier stuff?
You'd probably be able to get poisons from the apothecary, the chemist or whatever you want to call it.
Okay, probably head there to purchase a few items. He doesn't know anything about poison, but his cousin on his wife's mother's side told him about it, so he'll just pick some random stuff to mix together.
Gotcha.
And then he'd like to stop by either a church or a shrine with all this devil talk and whatnot, and voices coming out of people's other ends. He'll pick up a cross. He didn't believe, but it's better to be on the right side than the wrong side.
Sure, of course.
And then he'll join the captain afterwards.
Out of character, Clay, one thing I was imagining, do you know the Mummy film with Benny?
Uh-huh.
When the mummy comes, he takes out like the cross, then he takes out the Muslim symbol. Like he takes out everyone until one works.
I'd thought about doing that with you, and then just shaking your head. Captain, it's a great job working with you. See which one works on you.
Yeah, take out Star of David or something. It's like every religious symbol is just dangling there. Like Mr. T. Anyway.
I'm a believer when I need to.
So what exactly kind of poison are you looking to get? What kind of effect are you going for?
I'd just buy 3 random ones, and then I'm going to put them together.
Just 3
Basically,
random?
it's if I can slip it into the idea is to slip it in if we decide to deal with some higher ups and talk with them, and instead of just butchering with a claw or shooting them in the head, we could just slip them something
Mhm.
some random stuff, and then meet with them later when they're sleeping or barfing.
Okay. So I will say it's going to run you for 3 random doses, 20 silver pieces.
I can do that. And then is there a money changer here where I can turn all the silver into like 1 piece of gold or 5 pieces of gold? He doesn't like to carry all that money because it's always going to be on him.
Go
And then
ahead
I'm
and
done.
make a charisma roll for me.
Charisma.
There isn't like a particular bank or money lender per se in this town, but you may be able to find somebody who has gold that's willing to make the exchange.
I rolled an 11 and I've got a 10.
Ah, okay. Unfortunately, no, you're unable to find anybody at this time that would
Okay.
do that for you.
Go ahead.
Just an idea. I don't know if this is a thing that exists, but like I do know of that when bigger amounts of money were, they back in the day they switched from gold coins to letters of credit. However, it had to be signed by like a bank or like a king or something. So
Yeah, I'm thinking the kind of roguish nature of Tortuga. There's not an
yeah, I
official
don't think
bank.
so either. Yeah.
He'd say, the nearest bank is in Port Royal, sir.
Why do you trust banks? We're just going to rob from them anyway. I would not donate to a robbery. And he'll walk off muttering,
Right. Okay.
and I'm done.
Okay, now the next question would be, you guys all have a bit of money now. Do you want to take a chance at carousing for extra XP while you're in Tortuga? If you recall, I have to pull up my exact thing, but I had mentioned before the carousing rules where you can roll a d8 and then multiply the roll times 100. Now, the problem is if you roll higher than your level, it can have some different effects.
I'll carouse. One question I
Also, if
have.
you can't afford to pay what you roll, it can also have some negative effects. But
Yeah. I have a question about at what number do I get the 4th level?
10,000 XP.
Okay, then it's only 3,000 or something. Yeah. Okay, then I will do carousing.
Yeah, let me pull up my carousing rules here again real quick. Does anybody else want to carouse?
Me.
This is basically.
Not Dutch.
Yeah, I do.
You want to, Micah? You said yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oops. Where? This is not. Hang on. Fucking bullshit. Hold on a second. For some
Just
reason.
Just
took me
day-to-day
to
drinking
wrong.
for Dutch, no actual carousing.
I had this saved specifically, but for some reason now the link only goes directly to the most recent blog post on this blog. So I just got to do a quick search and find the correct one. Come on, you bastard. Here we go. That's the one. Okay. So yeah, this is a town, so you'd roll, that's D8 times 150 actually. So, anybody who wants to carouse, roll a D8 please.
Okay. Oh, crap. Damn it.
2.
Yeah, actually, I'm not gonna carouse.
I rolled an 8. I rolled an 8.
Okay. So you're at an 8. That's going to be 1,200 silver pieces, Captain. Do you have 1,200 silver?
Oh, crap. Never gonna carouse again. I've got 558 silver and 14 gold.
Oh, 14 gold. Hold on, what's that one? That's 50 each. So you're looking at 700 silver there. You do have 1,200. You'll have 58 silver left. So write that down.
Congrats.
You spent everything except for 58 silver.
Oh my god. Well, we'll rob again.
Your party. You get 1,200 experience points.
Oh, nice.
But you did roll over your level, so I need to roll a d20, please.
D20. Okay. Jesus Christ. Never gonna carouse again. Unless I'm level 8. 18.
18.
I lose all my limbs that I have left.
No. Despite your best efforts, you fall head over heels for your latest dalliance. Roll a percentile dice for me, please.
He's caught syphilis.
Oh, Jesus. Yep. that's one more appendage I'm losing.
Your
31.
balls fall off.
Okay.
Yeah, my balls fall off.
You fall in love with a woman who you ended up making out with and sleeping with on the night, and we'll give her a name. Let's see. Her name is Yvette.
Yeah.
So you are in love with Yvette in Tortuga. I'm going to write this out on my...
Last time I could browse. Last time. But how much XP do I get, though? Again, 1,000?
1,200, one for each silver piece. Yep.
Okay. Nice.
Unfortunately, Yvette is married.
I killed her husband.
He's not here. He's out at sea.
Well, then it's okay. We're all good. The claw doesn't really care about these things.
What did you get? You got 2, Micah?
Uh-huh.
And what level's your character?
2.
Okay, so yeah, you can spend, well, you have to spend 300 silver pieces.
Mm-hmm.
You get 300 experience points. And
Wow.
you don't run into any mishaps. Did anybody else take a chance on the carousing?
Dominic did. His greed got better. Just to let you know, I am drinking a little rum in my coffee, so that
There you
will
go.
help. But I rolled a 4. I don't have, was it 600?
600 silver pieces.
Nope.
You don't have it? How much do you have?
300.
Okay, well, you spend all 300. You only get 150 experience points.
Better than nothing.
And I need you to roll a d20 for me, please.
And he's broke.
That's
3. 3.
3.
Please say that's good.
You have a minor misunderstanding with the local authorities. Roll a charisma check, please. Roll d20.
Because I'm a Spaniard? D20.
Probably, yeah.
1.
A 1. Okay. So,
I'm in jail.
success.
You got syphilis.
Roll 2d6, please.
From your jailmate.
Just for my gentleman.
Roll 2d6.
I was lonely, okay? A 6 and a 3.
So it's
So that's 9.
So you have to pay a 225 silver piece fine. Of course, when you explain to them that you don't have any money, they say, well, then, we're going to have to lock you up, and they're going to apprehend you. So you are in jail for roll d6.
3.
3. They'll let you out in 3 days.
All I can say is we had one party. Holy crap. It's like hangover level stuff. Like a hangover movie with pirates. Imagine how bad it was.
And I'm the guy that gets lost.
The quartermaster is in prison, in jail.
But it's okay. The flags aren't ready before 3 days, so
Yeah, there you go.
perfect.
You basically you got drunk and you picked a fight with some wealthy trader or something.
Well, what happened was we got drunk, and I was like with Yvette and everything, and I started gambling. That's when we were starting losing our money. And then as I went away with Yvette, you were still continuing to gamble to try to win back the money. But then you couldn't pay up your bills, and the merchant was like pissed. So he sends his lackeys at you, and then there's a big fight going on. And I tried to help you. Well, no, actually I was distracted with Yvette, so.
I will scream out at the bar that, what the hell are these charges of whatever the captain drank plus all the extra stuff he probably added to the bill.
Yeah. Well, I was also paying for the sailors too, that have been fighting with us. So, and I said we'll get it back with the next haul.
You better come get me.
Yeah, I'll get you. I'll ask the tavern owner, and I go down to the prison, and I'm asking, well, how much will it cost to get you out?
Oh, 225 silver to get him out.
Am I able to get back my money in a claw-like fashion? Claw back the money, so to speak.
If you want to go murder somebody and rob them, you can, but
Yeah. But the guy that we lost the money to, could I get that money back? That's what I'm thinking. No? Okay, fair.
No.
Okay, I don't want to start shit in Tortuga. I'm like, well, sorry, man. We've been having a little bit too much fun. I don't have enough money to get you yet, man. But I will look around. 3 days?
It's okay, El Capitan. And in his head, he's just thinking of what he's going to be charging these sailors. He's going to be making sure they pay for everything.
I look at one of the prison owners and I just I want this. I take a full bottle of rum. Maybe makes it go faster a bit. Clay, I'm looking at your character and I offer you a bottle of rum. Here.
I'll take it. Nice to be drunk for the 3 days I'm here.
Yeah. If somebody gives you shit, you can offer them a little bit. Well, I'll be checking in every day. Just checking in, so you're okay. And yeah. Yeah, I'm like, yeah. We need to have some good booty to make up the losses. So.
Okay. So thus passes the first night back in Tortuga. The next day, it was the next day. You visited him in the hokey and gave him a bottle of rum. So you're ashore again, Captain.
Yep.
What about the rest of you?
I'm going to have a private conversation with the captain, and the crew if they want to hear what I'm proposing.
Yeah, Dutch would huddle up.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I really don't want to be stuck here for 2 more days. So what I propose is we get the ship ready to sail, and I use a little black magic to collect our friend.
Sounds about right.
I was thinking we should shoot our friend Dom out. There's got to be only a handful of guards there.
I don't want it to look like that we were involved. We need to have at least one port that we can come back in, Dutch.
Then I shall ready the men while you use your magical or your wares.
All right, I will return, and I'll throw like a piece of cloth over my head and wrap it to try to disguise myself.
Ronald, do you protest? I see you protesting in the chat, but do you protest?
Oh, you need 3 days to get your dress. I see.
Flags.
I'm like, the flags are important. I would agree with you, Silvers. You have always been. We are bound by flame, so to speak, and. But in this case, I think we will definitely need the flags, and it happens to be also then what they will release our quartermaster. We had a little bit too much fun. We'll need to have some good booty.
I don't like the feeling of leaving him in jail, though. Perhaps we should go collect ourselves some money and pay for him to be released.
Yeah, I'm not very good at gambling, I'll tell you that. I'll not be doing that anytime soon. But, and I look a little bit heartbroken a little bit. Yeah, anyway, let's get some.
Out of character, Ian, have we met any rich or wealthy people here, or do we have anybody fingered as having money?
Well, you know Dr. Zed is rich.
Aye, that's right. I forgot about old Dr. Zed. And he's out in the middle of nowhere with that little house of his and the manservant. Perhaps we could go pay the old doctor a visit and settle up.
Could claw back the money I lost.
But we might need him in the future.
Well,
The only one we know who's capable of these skills, and he points at Claw.
There must be somebody else, a rich merchant that I haven't gambled with yet.
well, if you just let Dom know I voted for shooting his way out, but maybe we could just pay his fine. I have and Dom will go to his hammock and pull out his money. He does have 177 silver pieces. He'll plop that out.
You could always try to gamble too and make more money.
Silvers will wave his hand at you spending your own money. No. I think Robert has a grudge to settle with the doctor anyways.
Does he?
Grudge? He helped me. He has given me the claw.
He's given you the claw, but he took a lot of the money that could have been paid to your inheritance. How much do you think a doctor costs? And old Captain Bloody Tom was a little bit light on what he owed you.
That is true. We can find another doctor.
Well, we don't necessarily have to kill him. I just say we take everything he owns.
My only problem with that is, Silvers, is that then we have to switch, port again, because they'll be after us here too.
Not necessarily. Perhaps we do it in such a way he doesn't know it was us.
How would you propose that? Somehow dress up?
Is there a place to anchor where we could take like a dinghy to shore in like the wooded area that's not at the docks?
I'm sure you can figure something out, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll start to hatch a plan. So we pull the ship away and act like we're heading to the Spanish Main. And we come about the other side of the island, and there we launch our dinghy. We go to shore in the woods. We approach them from the side of the natives, who are our allies. And perhaps we could even hire a few of the natives to rob him for us, who knows?
Yeah. Maybe we can bite him off with some baubles or something.
There's a problem with that, though. If you want your ship's repairs to be done, they won't be done for a couple of days.
It seems everything is conspiring against us to stay. We have to at least wait for the ship to be repaired.
There's got to be like noblemen on the island, like people that have fancier housing.
There probably is.
Perhaps then we could rob a different mark.
Yeah. I'd be more comfortable. I think that would be more lucrative and advantageous. Yeah. So basically I go to the what is it? Lewis's Revenge Tavern, and I ask around for any kind of well-to-do people or where I could find them. Maybe something of that sort.
Okay, give me a charisma check, please.
Okay, charisma. That's actually 10. Nice. 17. No dice. I have to roll under, right? Yeah.
Yeah. You trying to ask these questions, and the people you're talking to, they get a bit suspicious of your motives, and they name a couple of people, but couldn't tell you where they live exactly.
I tried the milky teeth.
Sure.
Oh, I rolled a 3.
Oh yeah, Colin will tell you about a guy. I'm just writing his name down now. Marquis de la Verde. He he's a trader, merchant, if you will. Deals mostly in sugar. He has
Right.
a plantation here, kind of on the island. He's very understaffed now compared to recent years because the ban on slavery has hit him kind of hard. So he doesn't have as many people working his plantations did in the past, as he now has to pay them a fair wage.
Okay. And I kind of take Silvers and the others into my cabin, and I said, "This Marquise, he looks like a guy it would be a good target to rob. These plantation fellows are pretty rich, even with the ban on slavery."
Before you do that, before you go back to the ship, though, when you're still in the bar, Colin says to you, he says, "Where's Captain Bledsoe? Is he on the ship?"
Captain Bledsoe decided to retire from pirating. He's taken his share, and went to Port Royal.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm captain now.
that's interesting. Unless I knew the English wanted him dead, but okay. Well,
He has paid off the right people and has gained a new identity. We had a pretty good haul last time, so.
there's been a man asking for him. He was just here last night, in fact. Dutchman, West India Company.
And what's with this man?
Don't know. He's just been asking pretty aggressively after Captain Bledsoe.
Well, there's also a good reason why he didn't want it to be here. He didn't want to have people coming after him and questioning him, and to live his life in peace. Enough of all this violent lifestyle. Yeah, I could talk to him, maybe. What's his name? Where is he staying at?
Oh, I don't know where he's staying. He's got a group of people with him. They probably have a ship at port somewhere.
A ship, you say? Interesting.
He had one
Okay.
of those really long Dutch names, Vanderbeen or something like that.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, thank you. And I thank you very much. And I give him a silver, and then I just go on my way. And I go back to the thing, and I talk to the in my cabin in privacy with the others, and I talk to Silvers, and it's like, it's probably Vander Cook if he's looking for Bledsoe.
Vander Cook is here.
Most likely. I mean, a Dutch captain, and looking after Bledsoe. They're still after us.
Captain. Then I suggest that we abandon our quest to rob random noblemen, and we go and put an end to Captain Cake once and for all.
That's a good idea. I do agree. We gotta find out first if it's Cake. But either way, it's gonna be when I have the money. However, we have to do it in a way. I want to still be in good names with Tortuga in a way, but could we do this? We could do it at night, a night raid. What do you think? Maybe even climb up the sides of the ship and take out the people.
You hear the dull thud of a pistol shot go off outside on the deck of your ship.
The blazes that they found us, and I go out, readying the claw. Oh my god! Now I have an idea. I had the claw, but I had like a little, like thing over the claw, like a little like I was holster. So I don't always have it, and I'm like, let's go outside, and I go outside.
Roll a d6 for me, Sean, real quick.
Okay. Oh, jeez, that's not a good sign. I rolled a 6.
Okay, no problem. Your old butt injury isn't acting up today.
Yep.
I'm gonna go out with them, but before I do, I'm gonna throw Dutch a little silver whistle that I bought, and say, "You're gonna need this to control the men, Dutch."
Excellent, sir. And he'll affix it to a leather thong that he has around his neck already with some scrimshaw hanging from it.
What was it?
He'll
I'm sorry?
A silver whistle.
Okay.
He must
And,
have found us.
When I walk out with the captain, I will immediately pull out my spyglass and spit it on my finger and elongate it to full phallic length.
And I'm
Okay.
like looking at him, and it's like, that's a mighty spyglass you got.
And I'll just purse my lips a bit and smile.
Who else is with you? Are you going out there, Ronald?
He's running
you-
after them.
Yeah, we'll need every man if that's
Sure.
cake. So
So what do we see?
Well, you've got basically you guys all go out on the deck. Obviously, you're missing Dom because he's in the slammer, and you're missing 10 of your men because they're somewhere ashore getting drunk or whoring or something. But you see one of the younger lads on your crew standing there. He's holding the kind of smoking gun, standing by where the plank is that you would use to go to board the ship. And he's kind of holding it there, and he's at this point in time he's got his other hand on his saber, and the other men are kind of gathering around the side of the ship. So you kind of push your way through them to get a view. As you can see, halfway up the boarding plank, there's a Dutchman. He's there. His big, kind of brown and orange, coat and dark brown kind of pantaloons, and he's got a lot of frills. He's got a big hat with a huge feather sticking up out of it. He doesn't look like a pirate. He looks a bit like a dandy, I suppose. And he's standing there, and he's got his hand up, and behind him you can see about 20 men armed with rifles.
I look at him and I kind of say, "Who the hell are you?" And then I spit on the ground.
He says, "Gertjan van der Veen is my name. And who are you?"
I'm the captain of this vessel.
Captain? This
Captain.
is Tom Bledsoe's vessel, is it not?
Tom Bledsoe retired. He retired. He took his share of the money and he retired.
I don't believe you. Tom Bledsoe was on a mission. He wouldn't retire before completing it. And he's looking at you with a narrow eye.
Maybe you didn't know him as well as I did.
This is the Silver Devil. This is the ship he stole
Nothing was stolen.
from St. Martin with the help of the pirates Simon Silvers and Robert the Red. Are either of them here?
Robert the Red is dead. Now the only thing that survived is the claw, and then I attack.
You gonna jump down the plank and attack him?
Yeah, what the hell? He already suspects. We might as well kill them. Like, there's
True.
20 people. We can take them. I'm not gonna fuck around with this guy. He's already like, oh, you're the right. Okay, fine, let's fight.
Okay.
Yep, I'll attack also.
Dice. Where do I have my dice?
Wait. Can I retcon this? What I say? Robert the Red died when he was torn to pieces by devilish mermaids, and all that was left was the claw. There we go. So I want to just like, what is he talking about? And give him a fucking moment. Like,
Right. So you got 20 men with rifles, all that.
it should be 26. You said like we had 36.
No.
Right?
I'm talking about the opponents.
Okay.
I'll just dump all my dice out here. Okay. So we're going to go initiative. I'll roll separately for Mr. Van der Veen and his men.
All right. And initiative is 1d8, right? Played too much 5e. I want to roll the d20.
Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me. Shit, I'm rolling the wrong dice.
So I got 5.
4.
Silvers has 6.
Nice.
Okay, that's everybody. So 6, you go first, Mr. Silvers.
Alright, so first let me see if I'm stupefied.
Yep.
Got a 6, I am not. Okay, so I walk over to the edge of the ship and look down at all the men. They're like at the base, right, where the ramp goes up.
They are, yep. They're
I'm
all
going-
pointing rifles up the ramp.
I'm gonna pull both of my sleeves back and stick out my hands like fucking Emperor Palpatine from Return of the Jedi. And I'm going to say, I'm fucking sick of these games. And I'll open my mouth and I cast my asthma, and like hellish locusts fly in a swarm down at the area.
Oh, yes!
Oh, shit.
Yeah, one sec. I gotta open my. Do you have PDF open by chance?
No, but I have the book here.
Okay. Yeah, because I know I have to do a roll. I think it's a D6 to determine the effect.
I think it is too. Let me just double check here. That's the very beginning. Diabolisms. Miasma. Yes, roll d6. So you summon the poisonous atmosphere.
Oh shit! I got a 1.
Okay, and so it's going down the what do you call it? The plank, yeah.
Yep, onto the deck area that connects to the ship.
And is that going to get the claw in it as well?
I don't think so, because I think the claw was going down to try to like meet their captain. I'm up outside of the cabin, so I think it's a diagonal.
Okay, cool. So it's a save or die.
I've cast the spell twice, and I've got 1s both times. That's pretty fucking good rate.
Definitely. So, first of all, let me see. Magic saves is charisma. So, Mr. Van der Veen. He saves. So, that's a full save. Okay, so he's fine. He just kind of coughs and throws an arm up over his face as it passes by him. His men, Christ. 20 men. 1, 2, 3. Holy shit, 4. 4 rolls, I haven't got a single 6.
At least you didn't say 4 passes.
7, 8. Die on the floor. 9. Goddamn dice. Another die on the floor. We're gonna got a spare dice. 10. Wow, Christ. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17, 18, 19, 20. I had a bit more luck there at the end. So 9 of them make their saves. Well, 9 of them make partial saves, so they lose half their hit points. The other 11 all drop dead instantly as the miasma washes over them. Hold on, let me go pick up my drop dice real quick. 2 seconds.
Yeah, so as my mouth like opens to an unnaturally large size, and as the locusts pour out, you see it hit them, and it just eats their flesh all the way down to the bone, and like chars their skeletons.
I would like the Claw has a moment, or he remembers something that he heard once from the Bible, and so this is what he'll say. This is actually from the Bible. Then out of the smoke locusts came upon the earth, and to them was given power as the scorpions of the earth have power. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Okay. Right. So that happened. Then it is simultaneously Vanderveen and the Claw. So he's going to get a -2 because he has to draw his pistol and shoot at the same time. Oh, what's your armor class, Sean?
My armor class is an 14 with the buff coat and the helmet.
I have it written down somewhere. Yeah, he misses. In fact, roll misfire chance as well. Yep, he doesn't misfire, but he misses you.
Should I roll also for the stupor?
Yes, you should roll d6 for that.
Yeah. I'll be clear on that because I do have that too.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 5.
You're fine.
Okay, good. So can I attack then?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I have a +3. And I rolled an 18, so a total of 21.
Yeah, that's going to definitely hit him. Go ahead and roll your damage. Just with your claw, d8.
Yeah. And I rolled a 2.
So he's got one arm up
yeah.
over his face like this, trying to block, the locusts
Right,
as they walk by. And he pulls his gun out with his other hand and points it as you charge at him and hook him with your claw.
Yeah.
And the blast goes over your shoulder.
And I yelled a Bible verse that I just said as I hack into his arm, blood coming out. And I have this crazed eyes in my eyes.
Oh, yeah. So that's the 5s. Next is the 4s. So Ronald and Dutch, what are you two doing?
I'm going to shoot one of the men who's still standing while shouting, "Silvers, you're so disgusting."
So you're shooting at the men down below?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Roll d10.
I misfired.
Oh, you did? Okay, so click. Yeah, something was wrong. The powder wasn't primed properly.
Epic.
It got wet, whatever.
So as all these locusts finish coming out of Silver's mouth, Dutch, he's going to produce his pistols, but he's just going to maneuver a little behind Silver's, and he's just going to hope that he survives the first volley of rifle fire before he takes his shot, or his first shot. So that's his round for this turn. He's just arming himself.
Okay. Who is commanding the Marines? Dutch, that's your job generally, right?
Yeah, I'm a bowswing. Do we have a batch of guys?
Yeah, you have
Yeah,
26 Marines on the deck with you guys.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Dutch's job. You are in charge of the Marines.
Having said that, did you have muskets or anything for them? Do you have rifles or anything for them?
We have 10 arquebus and 20 flintlock pistols, so everybody should have some kind of a shooting utensil. And we got 60 sabers, so everybody has at least one saber.
I forgot to roll their initiative.
Yeah, I would have not gone behind Silver's and the locusts. I would have just standed beside the men then, as I'm brandishing my gun, just making sure they're forming a line.
I need you to roll a leadership roll.
Excellent. Would that be
1d6,
skill?
1d6 plus your leadership skill. Yep.
I got 3, and I have no leadership, so failed.
Okay. After seeing this miasma of locusts come flying out of Silver's mouth and flying down and consuming the men down below, your people are actually kind of panicked a bit. Maybe a few of them get their weapons out and ready. A few of them just drop their weapons. Some of them start puking. Some are making, religious signs and everything else. But they're kind of caught off guard by this.
And Dutch is a pirate, not a military man, but he's with his pistol in one hand as the men are sort of breaking. He's just blowing his new whistle. And that's his turn.
Okay. Then the 9 remaining men, they get to take their shots. Now, how would they distribute their shots? I'm going to say, actually, no, I'll do a roll. Let me see here. Yep, 3 of them are shooting at Captain Claw. The other 6 are shooting up onto the ship somewhere, so I'll determine the targets randomly. Who's standing at the front at the moment there? There's Simon, Ronald, Dutch, you're kind of back there with the men, so I'll give you a reduced chance for them to shoot at you because you're a little bit harder to hit. So, 3 shots directly at the claw. Let me get the damage die here and just do it all simultaneously. Here goes. That's 1 hit for 1 point of damage. Actually, misfire chance. Yeah, it's fine. Second one hits for 7 points of damage.
I'm down. I'm down. It's to 0.
Oh, really? That's 8 points of damage?
I mean 1 and then 8. I mean 7.
Roll a non-death or non-magic saving throw for me.
Okay.
The third one misfired. So much for a coup de grace.
Yeah. Okay, I rolled a 5, 5, and 3, so no, not 1.
Okay, so
6.
you go tumbling over the side of the deck and splash as you hit the water.
Like, ah!
Then there are 6 remaining.
I got 1 attack off. Jesus Christ.
Hold on. Are you first level?
I'm 3rd level.
3rd level and you only have 8 hit points?
I think in one game you had 15
Yeah.
in the game before Dutch was in. And you
Oh, wait a second. Okay, why do I have just 8? Oh, no, 15. That's right. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, last game I think you thought you were 1st or 2nd level when you were actually 3rd.
Man, that's why. Okay, next
so
time I'll fix it.
retcon
Oh, okay.
yeah?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. It's my fault. So.
But I tell you what. Yeah, no, we'll retcon that. We'll just say, yeah, you're wounded.
Oh, thank God I'm not dead. So yeah, I'm like, so I have like the bullets in me. I'm like, you gotta do much better than this to kill the claw.
They're like, say claw again, motherfucker.
And I just say claw, and I just roar.
So this one fires at Ronald, and it does not misfire. However, what's your armor class, Ronald?
14. No.
Oh, no, you're
12. 12.
I keep forgetting, actually. Pistols ignore the first 5 points of armor class. So it'd be just armor class 12, but still misses. So, second shot is also at Ronald, but misses. Third shot is also at Ronald and misses. Wow. Fourth shot is at Silvers and misses. Fifth shot, I'm rolling really bad. I'm rolling like 4s, 7. 7 was the best roll I've rolled out of those. No, the first one was
like
9. Fifth shot is a fumble, and that was fired also at Silvers. And the last shot is at Silvers and misses. That's another 9. That was the best roll I got out of all of those. Fuck. So they're useless. There's all kinds of like black smoke rising up here on the docks now as all these, they're basically arquebus rifles, go off. But don't manage to hit anything except for the captain.
Of course.
And let me see.
I did narrate. I did narrate the game.
I'll roll D30 for the guy that fumbled. Yeah, it's fine. Come on, natural ones chart, please. My tablet froze. There we go. Okay, natural ones. So, no big deal. His party gets 0 XP from this combat. No problem. Okay, next round. Everybody roll initiative. So I've got the...
Also, our people did get a shot, right?
No, they're panicking this round, basically.
Okay, yeah. I got 3.
So, the Dutch captain's on 7. Not captain, but the Dutch leader's on 7. The Dutch Marines are on 3. And your Marines are on 6 this time around. If they act. Okay. Anybody get better than 7? No? Okay. He gets another -2 as he draws a dagger and tries to stab you with it. And he misses. That's a 2.
I just laugh at him.
So who's next? Who's on 6? Oh, okay. We got Silvers and Ronald both on 6.
Yeah, Ronald can go first.
Okay, he tries to shoot again with his second pistol.
Okay.
Uh,
Who are you shooting at? One of the men down below?
yeah.
Okay.
No misfire and 12.
12 will hit. So yeah, you drop one of them
Cool.
because they're only down to half hit points anyway from the miasma, and none of them made a total save. So he goes down. There's only 8 of them left. And what about you, Silvers?
What's the biggest? Actually, let me roll to see if I act. 4, I do. Okay. What's the biggest clump of them at the ramp that I can hit with a Maleficence?
What you get within melee range? You could take 3.
With a single Maleficence?
Yep.
Okay, so
You
I'll
hit
aim
one
at,
guy and the 2 guys that are each on his left and right.
all right, so I'll aim at that guy, the middle guy, to hit all 3 of them, and I'll hold out my palm, and speaking the profane dark language of Africa, I'll shoot daggers out of my mouth, and not real daggers, but percussive like dark language, and
Out of your mouth or out of your hand?
out of my that's why I said not real daggers. My words sound like daggers.
Okay, cool.
Out of my hand though is fucking black flame, and I'm just gonna gout it out in this huge spray.
Nice.
So I'll cast Maleficence.
Well, yeah. They get to save for half damage, right?
Yep, 9 damage was my damage roll.
Now that I think about it, it's not going to really matter because they're already damaged away from the thing, so they all 3 die.
So when the black flame hits them, it just washes the skin right off their bodies like the locusts, and bones fall to the deck.
Nice. That's 3 more down. There's only 5 of them remaining. And then we are on to... Nobody's on 5 this time? Nope. 4. That's going to be Dutch. No, that was last round. 4. So 3s. So they get to go. And... Oh, no, actually, I skipped your Marines.
Oh yeah, they were going to go at 6.
Yeah, and I'm also at 3, so.
Yeah, roll another leadership roll there, Dutch.
2, but that's still a failure, I think.
Yeah. You need a 6. So they're just they're in chaos. They don't know what's going on. They're freaking out about the spells and everything else. And
Could I do a leadership role just standing there? Would that be possible?
not at the moment because they don't have eyes on you. But if you were on the deck of the ship, you could for sure, yeah. But at the moment, they're at the command of the. What was your position on the ship? You're the boarding captain.
Boatswain. Boatswain.
Yeah, boatswain. That's right. Okay, so next then is it's gonna be Dutch and the captain and the opponent Marines. So this time, how long will this time they choose their targets? There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of you. What are you doing, Dutch, anyway?
Well, now that Dutch has his gun out, is there still an aiming action in this version of the rules? Can I just aim for a +2 on my next turn if I'm still standing?
Yeah, I don't see why not. And
So
there's nothing in the rules to say to get rid of it, so.
So I'll sort of pick off like a one guy who looks like he's really well into reloading his gun, and I'll just try and draw a bead on him as I'm motioning with my hand, hoping to quell the commotion of the crowd, my own men. Yeah,
that's fair. In fact, you see at the moment you don't see any of them reloading. What they look to be doing, they're going down and they're picking up the guns of their fallen comrades. So that they can try to return fire this round. At a -2, though, because they have to draw the weapons and then fire.
I'll have to fight for 20 men this next round.
And what about yourself there? Who else was on 3?
Me.
Captain Claw.
Yeah, I will just swing my claw again at the captain, at the guy.
The leader, yep.
This one wasn't so good. It's 7
No.
total.
Okay, Gert-Jan van der Veen. So he kind of catches your hand, with his hand that's not holding the dagger. And he says, he kind of leans into your face a little bit. and he says, I just want to talk to Captain Tom.
I killed Captain Tom. This claw killed him.
So now, let's see, there's 5 left? Yeah, okay. First one. Damn it, I forgot the misfire check. Okay, first one fires and hits Ronald for 8 points of damage. Wait, yeah, it does hit. That's 12, so.
Oh, he screams. It.
Does she scream like a boy or does she scream like a girl?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think she remembers to keep her deeper voice.
So Ronald lets out a high-pitched scream as he gets shot. The second shot goes for Captain Claw. Let's see, that's at a -2. It just misses. You actually feel it like whiz by. If you had a hat, it would have blown the hat off your head.
Right.
Third guy picks up a fallen comrade's arquebus, points it up at Silver's, doesn't misfire, and shoots and hits for 8 points of damage, Simon.
Ooh, so that's a nasty blow. He strikes me in the shoulder.
Fourth guy, also firing at Ronald, gets a natural 1. So, okay. Oh no, that's a crit. Sorry, here's the ones. You catch the flu in D3 days, lasting D8 plus 4 days, with a -2 to initiative, -2 to strength, dex, and con modifiers for the entire duration. Wow. Anyway, I don't think that's going to come into effect.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the fourth guy. So the fifth guy, the last one, picks an arquebus up off the ground, points it at Ronald, and rolls a natural 20.
Oh no!
Oh yes, Ronald. That's going to be 8 more points of damage.
Oh shit!
My damage dice are on point.
Oh.
And he. Okay, so that time I rolled the 20.
Yeah, Ronald looked pretty bad.
Still standing there, yeah.
Yeah.
Good, tough lad
Mm-hmm.
with a girly voice. And that's the end of the second round. Third round.
Initiative.
Yep.
And I got a 7. Sweet.
He's on 6. Oh, his men are on 8, of course. I think, are they out of rifles? Let's see,
Cool.
no, actually, there's plenty of rifles on the ground because there was 11 men dropped before they even get a chance to fire. So they actually can pick up another round of rifles.
Don't they have to have a lead? Oh, they had already the leadership role. Okay. Yeah.
Let me see. Okay. So who's on 8 there? Ronald, you are?
Mm-hmm.
And so are the enemy Marines. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to roll for your Marines. Your Marines would act on 1 if they act this right, if you can get them under control. They're not acting very piratey at all, are they? Bunch of women freaking out about some locusts flying out of a guy's mouth and fireballs shooting out of his hand. They're all very, very terrified of Silvers at the moment.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did just roll a 6 if you were calling for a leadership roll there.
Oh, okay, good. Then yeah, so they will gather their shit together in this round.
And I'll throw in that Dutch shot his gun off in the air for this round actually to do that, to catch them all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm sure Dutch yelled at them or something like, "Get your shit together."
Come on, you Dutch bastards! Brotherhood thing here.
Most of them, they're not even Dutch. They're like, what the hell is he talking about?
Well, we have totally the advantage right now. We could have finished them off long ago if they would have got their shit together and got a volley off.
I'm going to let you go first there, Ronald, since I got to roll for 5 men. What's your action this round? You're muted.
Oops. He throws himself on the ground and tries to escape to what's close by, captain's quarters.
Yeah, sure. You
Yeah.
can work your way back towards the poop deck. Okay. So then the Marines go. So now there's only 3 targets. Then, yeah. So that changed that die out for this die. Here we go. First guy takes a shot at Dutch and hits for 8 points of damage. I swear to God, this die,
Jesus Christ.
this D8 has rolled 8 like the last 4 or 5 times I've rolled it.
Put it into the fuck-off bag.
No.
Yes.
We'll put it into the VIP party killer bag. So 8 points of damage, Dutch, as you get shot with an Oculus. Wow,
TPK player master.
Oh, this one's a misfire, and I rolled a bloody 18 on the hit roll, too. Picks up the rifle, points it at Silvers, like dead aim, like right in the middle of his forehead, and click, and it just doesn't do anything. Third guy misfires as well, and that would have hit Dutch, but yep, he misfires as well. Fourth guy does not misfire. He gets a natural 20, and he hits Dutch for 4 points of damage. Oh, wow. Okay, it's 2 of those now. Okay. And then the 5th guy is the last one, right? That was the 4th one. 5th guy picks up his rifle, points it at Captain Claw, and fires but misses. That's the end of those Marines. So next is Captain Claw.
So I will attack the leader once again. So I stick in here. My blue die. Oh, come on. An 8? Damn it.
Okay.
That's not good.
So you swing the claw, break free of his grip, you swing the claw again, and he puts his arm up and blocks it.
There we go.
And, God, I can't remember what I rolled for his initiative. I think he was on 3. So next is the 5. That's Mr. Silvers.
What's the biggest cluster of them again?
They've kind of regrouped. Have they regrouped? No, I'll make a roll and see. I'll roll D3 and tell you how many. Yep, you can get 3 of them again.
All right, so I'm just gonna say for RP's sake, the guy that aimed at me and squeezed at my forehead and nothing shot is in the group. So I'll look at him and move my hand over and strike it out again and shout a bunch of African words and shoot another black gout of flame at him.
This is your 3rd spell?
Yep, that's my last spell slot. 8 points of damage.
Oh, yeah. Yep, you take out 3 more of them. There's only 2 remaining now.
Just to paint the picture, the desk is like this gruesome pile of locust and charred bone.
Okay, nice. And then it's Dutch's turn.
Where do you think that 8 points of damage would have hit Dutch? Do you think it maybe blow his ear off?
Well,
maybe it
could have
patches
if you
skin
want
off
to.
the side of his face or
You
something.
could say it hit him in the head if you want to. I was going to say probably in the chest because it's a lot of damage, but yeah, it could have been a headshot as well.
Yeah, so he'll take off his bandana, hold it to his head, and drop his spent pistol, and he'll just direct his working with his own men to try and keep them in line to.
What are you telling him to do?
Well, did they already shoot yet?
No, they never shot.
Then yeah, to go ahead and shoot, and then prepare to like rush any survivors after the first volley.
Okay, gotcha. They'll run on up to the side. Well, they go last on initiative. They're on 1. So on 3 is the Dutch leader, Mr. Van der Veen. He realizes at this point, like most of his men are dead. He's got the claw blocked again, but he says, "Parley, you bloody pirate, parley!"
I just continue attacking. There's only death for you.
Okay. So you don't accept his parley, so he will try to swing his dagger then. He might as well. He's going to probably die anyway. And that's going to hit you for 1 point of damage.
And I just like he cuts me in the arm, and I just kind of lick it and I said, "You gotta do better than that, man."
Then your men will run up to the side and open fire and completely obliterate the 2 Marines down on the dock. On the dock. 26 men taking shots at 2. Freaking now your ship is covered in black smoke from all the rifles going off. And so the only one left standing is Van der Veen because they don't want to fire on the captain. So they'll start to reload. Next round initiative. Van der Veen's on 7.
I'm at 6.
8.
Ooh. You're on 8, Ronald. What do you do?
Well, scream, and can I can I throw a dagger while lying on the ground?
You'd have to kind of crawl up on the side of the ship to be able to get a view.
Mm.
But if you wanted to, you could crawl up and pull yourself up on the, what do you call it? I want to call it a banister or whatever, but yeah. Pull yourself up on the side of the ship and...
Yeah, I'll do that.
You want?
12.
12 modified?
Yeah.
Okay. Odd or even, Sean?
Even.
Okay. So it hits the Dutchman.
Whew.
Roll your D8 damage.
3.
3 points of damage. Oh, he takes the dagger in the side.
Bastard!
He's really hurt. Not looking too good. And he says, "I'll take you to hell with me, Captain." And he makes another attack.
And I just say, "Been there, done that." And hell is not fire. It's deep in the ocean.
What did you say your armor class was?
14.
Yeah, okay, he hits. He stabs you for 3 points of damage.
Okay.
You're still up?
I'm still up. I'm now.
Okay, so
I'm wounded.
He tries to take you off the bridge with him. Do you go with him, or are you just gonna push him aside?
Well, I want to push him aside, but I wanna try to attack him, like as I push him.
Okay.
Because I just have one arm, so.
I tell you what, I'll let you make an attack at disadvantage because he's diving over the side of the bridge after he stabs you.
Okay, minus how much?
No, just roll
like
a D&D style.
Okay, D&D style. Okay. Okay. I'm rolling at disadvantage. Oh shit, 1 and 2. 1.
Man, you need new dice.
I need new dice, yeah.
Splash, he hits the water.
Yeah, okay. I command to shoot him as he's in the water, because I cannot swim. I've only got one arm, so. And is there some kind of harpoon thing to try to harpoon him? Like some kind of no. Okay. So I just command him that everybody should shoot there where he was in the water.
Okay.
Oh.
So the remaining men who didn't fire, probably say maybe nearly half the men didn't fire last round because they do in volleys or whatever.
Yeah,
they go up and they fire down into the water. More smoke everywhere. And you don't see any sign of Van der Veen.
I just yell, "Van der Veen, I will get you!" Yeah, because there's a good chance he survives that.
You see quite a crowd gathered up on the shore, kind of standing a little bit of a safe distance away from the docks, but looking to see what's going on. You can see the bodies of the Dutch. Some are just piles of bones and nothing more on the dock itself, right by your ship.
Now, I'd like to do something, Ian, if I see him dive into the water.
Yeah, what would you do?
I'm going to cause a magic catastrophe, possibly. And if I
Okay.
see rock, I'm going to summon a rock shark and send it down after him.
Rock Shark. That's like a
Okay.
metal band.
I imagine there's rock somewhere because we're at port.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So make a magic save.
Okay. Come on, don't fuck me. Complete failure.
Okay, so the spell doesn't go off. And
Shit.
catastrophe. Roll a d12, please.
Okay. 10.
Storm clouds gather over the place of the spell casting. So right here over the docks of Tortuga, storm clouds just roll in as he's casting the spell. Like within seconds, these storm clouds gather right up above you, and it begins to rain steadily and constantly.
I feel like, too, the orange in my eyes, like, sparks like a lightning bolt, like Raiden. And I'll start to slouch, and I'll walk over and put my hands on the edge of the banister and look down to the main deck and say, "It's no good, Captain. My magic won't get him in there."
You're muted, Sean.
I'd say, well, I appreciate the try. We'll get him eventually. We should get his ship and his loot before they will ask too many questions. Then I look over, and then there's the crowd. Ugh.
Aye, Captain. And I'll yell out to the deck, "You heard the man. Let's make a detail and go to their ship."
Ronald
Okay.
is sinking back to the ground now, still whimpering like a little girl.
And Dutch has finished loosening and then retightening his bandana so it now embraces his wound on his head. And he is loading his pistol, and he says, "Aye, sir. Ready, sir."
Can I use medicine on myself?
It's difficult. Let me double check something here. There's something about that, wasn't there, about using medicine on yourself?
And Dutch's eye on the side that he got shot on, all the white of it is completely red bloodshot. And
No, okay, no, you can. Yeah, you can use it on yourself. Go ahead and roll a medicine check.
Mm,
You're at left less than half your hit points, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Failed. 5.
Okay. Roll a saving throw, wisdom
Oh,
based.
shit. Oh no, really? Failed.
Okay. Roll a d8, please.
Oh, God. Eight.
You take 8 points of damage.
No! Oh,
Yes.
fuck!
You do.
Minus
As
5?
you're trying to
Shit!
heal your bullet wounds, and you're just making the bleeding worse and worse.
and as I see like blood spurt out of Ronald, I'll just say, "You should have used a bandana, man."
Roll a d20, please.
Oh, fuck no.
Welcome to my world.
I killed myself! 18?
Awesome. At least you didn't roll a 1. Okay. So you will heal normally, which you're at -5, so it's going to take 5 days of complete rest before you'll even regain consciousness. But when you do heal normally, that is without any further intervention, of course. When you do heal, then you will be hardened. So, meaning as an NPC, you gain morale 12 and never flee in combat, but as a player character, you will be immune to any fear-based effects. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So you'll be immune to fear. You'll fear nothing.
That's kind of cool.
That's great. She gets to have no fear, and I'm losing limbs and stuff, and have a bullet, like a wound in
It's a
the
random
ass.
check, yeah. It's a
I
random
love it.
check.
No, I love it. It's cool.
Oh,
any
well
negatives?
done.
Is there any negatives for being at 2 hit points? Because that's what
No.
Dutch is looking like when he's walking.
No. Again, you're at the stage of at less than half your hit points. You need an entire day's rest to regain a hit point.
Okay.
Yeah, Silvers will actually mention that as he walks down. I'm gonna pull out my pistol because at this point I'm all magicked out, and I'll look at Dutch's wounds and say, "You look like shit. You sure you're up for this?"
Ronald bleeding out.
Nothing the bottle can't fix. He's
All right.
looking around for a bottle as well.
You see Ronald bleeding out on the ground.
I'll nod over at the pile of blood and I'll say, he appears to be a she. Maybe we should leave a couple men behind to take him down below into a bed.
Dutch'll, he's got a few bandanas, being a man of the sea, and he'll pull one out and he'll see if he can get that around the spurting wounds of Ronald.
Okay. Sure.
Fix him up proper.
Stop his bleeding.
I'm going to shoot a glance at a couple of the men while he's doing that, and I'm going to say, "You ready to go, or are we going to have a problem?"
Ready to go? What? Where?
I'm just saying this to the sailors on the deck. We're going to go collect what's on this ship.
Oh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ready to go.
Yep. All right. First, we're going to go over their bodies and make it snappy. We got a crowd.
Yeah.
I guess.
I'm saying that some of their clothes might be useful if we get into some problems.
Yeah, so I'll lead them with Dutch, presumably. Are you going to, Captain?
I'm heavily wounded, but I'll come to right now. I'm like on adrenaline at this point.
How many of the people were killed by magic? 11, and then another 6, 17. So
Okay.
only 3 of them have clothing that's really worth salvaging.
Well, that's something.
So, yeah.
I wanna take the weapons and anything else of value.
Yeah, well, they did have 20 arquebus rifles,
Okay.
and they probably had daggers.
Yeah, Silvers will make an offhand comment and say, "I saw a lot of misfires from those guns. We'll want the quartermaster to look them over."
You will also find one of the men has a strange green ring.
I yell right away, Silvers, take a look at this. I don't trust this.
Aye, Captain.
Some
Recognize
kind of
this devilry.
You said
Might
some
be
kind
nothing.
of stone?
Yeah, some kind of green stone, and it's got like a crude kind of, etching of like a fish on it.
I'm like, is that something to be, or is this just a simple ring? What do you think?
No,
Silvers?
I'm like, I don't know how much I would actually know about Dagon myself, Ian. Being a magic user and knowing of the temple, would it be reasonable for me to think that's a symbol of it?
It could be. It could be something, It could just be, completely. You don't recognize it immediately as a symbol, but you're not sure. It could be a representation of some kind of a sea god or something.
Do I feel like the ring has any magical power?
No.
Okay. I'll say, I'm going to have to study this. I think it might be some symbol for a sea god or something. Perhaps we stumbled upon a cult.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah. You do that.
Yeah, so I'll take it off the finger and put it on my own.
And you also find amongst the bones of one of the dead men, like a medallion on a cord. Obviously, it was worn around his neck before he was incinerated. And it has the medallion is golden, and it depicts almost like an octopoidal kind of head with like tentacles coming out of its mouth area.
I look at the medallion. Does that say anything to me? Like, do I recognize it at all?
No.
So I show it to Silvers again. Is that just decorative, or is that something?
I'm guessing what Silvers would probably think is that it's like a decorative kraken or something.
Mm-hmm.
It
Did I
looks
take them? Yeah.
looks ornate. Probably a sea monster, maybe a kraken.
Yeah, I've heard of those. In a lot of drunk taverns. I'll take it with me. Yeah, I take it. I take it and put it in my pocket for now
Okay.
as loot. Yeah, and then I'm like,
Who took the ring?
Silvers put it on his finger.
yeah, Silvers is gonna check it out.
Okay, I'm just taking some notes for later.
Yeah, are we all gonna die in a cursed flame because of those? Yep.
You guys don't trust me?
I know how DMing works, especially with limitations.
Okay. And then, so you're gathering up the men and you're heading over to find the Dutch ship, yeah?
Yeah. Like, how many men would you need to pilot the Dutch ship and our ship?
Well, first you got to find it.
Yep.
So we're going to take a quick break. And we need to use the toilet, etc. Then we'll come back, we'll let you guys find the ship, and then we'll probably do a little bit of a time lapse so we can get Ronald and Dom back into the action.
Yep.
Okay?
And me too, because I'm also wounded, so I'm down to 3 hit points.
Let's take a quick 5-minute break.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay. How are you, Micah? Are you all right? You took a couple of bad blows there.
Evil.
The worst blow was the one you dealt yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, indeed.
Actually, it's pretty sad because you got shot twice, and each shot did maximum damage, did 8 points of damage. And then you did 8 points of damage to yourself with the failed heal check.
Yeah, that was epic fail.
Medicine check, I should say.
What
When
is
do I
the?
wake?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, good.
What'd you say?
Just wanted to know when I wake up.
Oh,
No.
yeah, we're going to do a time wipe here pretty soon, but first these guys are going to look for the Dutch ship
Mhm.
once Justin and Andrew get back.
Just wanted to know, Ian. Do you know, or does anybody know here? For 5e, they did like a open source where you can, because I want to check for some third-party stuff, but they got like their own site, and I forgot the name for it.
They do. It's called the DM's Guild, I think.
Yeah, I think
DM's Guild. Yes, that's it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm like kind of getting into 5e now quite a bit, so thinking of a couple of settings. So,
Cool.
yeah. Like I know you did something like steampunk-like with your airship stuff. I want to do also
our
something.
Arcane Punk.
Yeah, arcane punk. Oh, okay. I want to also do. I want to do actually something more like traditional, like just steampunk. So
Pretty
just
cool, yeah.
thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking of something right now, and I think it would be cool because they have already rules for like guns for in the and also airships.
Yep.
That's pretty much done. I'm just thinking of some alternate classes. That's what I'm looking for, but I don't want to have it too imbalanced. So
Yeah.
just something basically else. Okay. Here, character options.
Okay, Justin.
Man. That miasma, bro.
Oh, it's nasty.
How do you like when I quoted that Bible verse? Sorry to add to that.
That was good.
Yeah, I love the miasma. It's just such a shocking, such a nice dark spell kind of thing.
We got really lucky. I rolled a 1 on that because judging by how it went, if I wouldn't have taken out 11 guys immediately, we might have got it fucked.
Yeah, it definitely turned the tide.
Okay. So, where we left off, Dutch, Captain Claw, and Silvers were going to lead the group of Marines. How many were you taking, and how many were you leaving behind to look after Ronald and the ship?
None.
Like how many? Like okay, like I would say we would take 7.
Okay.
What do you think, guys? Yeah.
Yeah, at least
Because,
2
like-
to carry the injured person.
Yeah,
back
like I want to get the ones that are. I want to try to get the ones that are outside the tent because I want to kind of like try to have 2 ships, and I don't know how many we need once we find the ship. So, but I want to first check it out so we can know it. And
Okay.
then figure out.
So you scour the docks looking for their ship. There's a lot of ships, of course. So you spend a couple of hours poring over and checking them all. You do not find a ship that seems to belong to this Van der Veen.
Okay, I'm like, so there's no ship, and I'm like, I look at the others. I'm like, were they even sailors? If they didn't came with the ship?
What about how many Dutch flagged ships would we have seen? Like still like dozens or something?
Yeah, actually, yeah. You know what? There probably would be. This is French port, and the Dutch are allies with the French. You probably saw a couple dozen.
And we don't find, not one of them belongs to Captain Van der Veen.
As far as you can tell, I mean, do you want to raid every single one of the Dutch ships?
Yeah, right, and kill us all. We could just annihilate us at this point. And I look at the others. What is going on here? This is.
All the Dutch ships here anyway are pretty much trade ships. There's a mail runner. Yeah, there's no warships.
Then I'm looking at I'm looking at the others and I'm thinking like, so what do you guys suggest? Because I'm not quite sure here with this situation because it is kind of odd that we didn't find the ship out of a dozen Dutch ships. And then they were wearing this ring of some sort. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't know how well it would go looking for more information in town. We had quite a gathering last dust
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah,
We
I
should-
agree with Dutch.
We should probably just stay at the ship and wait the time out that we need and just stay low, to have a low profile for now. We're not fighting the ship, so let's just get back. We've gotten a little bit of loot, and yeah.
And as of yet, we did not actually confirm the kill of this Vander Veen.
Oh, we'll find him. But right now we gotta wait for us to heal up. And I look at myself with the gunshot wounds, and I'm like, I saw Ronald. I heard Ronald. Quite a high-pitched yell, but still, I've seen him also shot a soldier down. So he pulled his own, the lad.
That was Ronald? I thought it was one of Vander Veen's men falling to his wounds.
Maybe it was. I wasn't quite sure. I was kind of in a daze. But yeah, let's head back. Let's head back for now. Obviously. Yep.
Captain, there might be questions. There is a crowd. What's going to be our plan if the Port Authority shows up?
We cannot leave Dom here. We need the flags just in case. Maybe we can pay some people off.
That wouldn't be a bad plan.
And I'm looking at the medallion. Maybe we could melt this down for some coin. I would like to keep it, but probably right now we need the money more. This should bring in some gold coins. We can pay off some of the right people. Shouldn't be a problem.
We can perhaps bail Dom out.
Yeah, and I'm looking at this. Yeah, this should make it. And I'm like, let's find a smith and melt this down to some coins.
They might accept that as is. It looks like a pretty penny already.
Yes, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, let's just sell it for some coin. We should find a market. Get out Dom, and just stay on the ship. Maybe float out of the port for a couple of days, then come back, get the flags, and get the hell out of here for a while. And they'll forget it.
Oh, muted, Ian.
Thanks, Justin. So you're going to take the medallion then and try to sell?
Yeah, I'm just going to sell it for some coin. I mean, if it's gold and it's actually decorative, then it should bring in some coin.
Guy will offer you 125 silver for it.
125. I look at the others. I look at like silvers, and I'm asking. So what do you think? 125?
Silvers, I'll shake his head and say, I don't think we should sell it that cheap, Captain.
Yeah,
it's
I
got to
think
be
that's
worth
a bit
more
cheap
than
too. I look at the we can find another merchant to sell it for more.
Oh, all right. I'll give you 150 for it.
How about more like 300? This is a valuable piece.
300? Forget about it.
This is pure
Fine,
gold.
Go find another merchant.
So, I tried to find a merchant that will sell it between 300 and 250. Did I find anyone?
No. The best offer you're going to get off anybody, initial offer, everybody will offer about the same, about 100, 125. Do you want to try to see how well you can haggle? I'll let you make it.
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead and roll a charisma roll.
Does anybody, meta question, does anybody have higher charisma than I?
You can have Simon if you want.
Yeah, because
I'm assuming, Dutch, did you go back to the ship to make sure that Ronald's going to survive his injuries, or?
give me an.
I definitely went back to the ship.
Well, then I'll try it, I guess.
Okay, it's just you because you're on your own.
Yeah.
Well, Dutch wouldn't have been quick to let the captain be alone, though. He would.
Okay.
I rolled a 5. I rolled a 5, and my charisma is 10. So.
Okay, so Dutch is with the captain, but I'm pretty sure the captain has a higher charisma than Dutch.
You know what? I have
Yeah.
to be with the captain too because I advised him on the worth of the medallion, so I got to be there.
I think Red Captain passed his roll, but that's actually Dutch's best stat. Is he's got a 16 in charisma.
Oh, does he? Okay. Oh, that's right. He does have really good.
He's
Okay,
got
well,
terrible strength, but he's a fighter. So,
I'm gonna tell Dutch next time you can try to sell it.
All right.
Your selling move.
I'll give you 200 silver for it.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Okay, then I'm gonna go to Dom's to the prison and pay off the fine for his release, which is how much again?
225.
Okay. Yeah, I'm always down on money in this game, but at least I got XP, so.
You had 58 silver left, so now you have what? 33. 33.
Yep, 32. At 257, I gave 1 coin to the guy, 1 silver coin for the information,
That's right. Yep.
and so I have 32 silver coins. So we'll have to make some money here.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna get a Dom out.
Get Dom out of prison. Okay. So the guards say, yeah, this will do. Yeah. All right.
Yep. And I'm like, okay, Dom, come on, let's get out of here.
They open the gate and they say to you, Dom, next time be careful who you're picking fights with, Spaniard.
Of course, and he kind of bows, keeping his eyes on him with a greedy smile on his face.
and Dom will
sorry,
be greeted.
I just imagined like Quark or something being released from the prison.
Dom will be greeted by a bloody handshake from Dutch. And he'll say, I want you to know, brother, I was going to shoot your way out of here, but we ended up buying your way out.
Your hands are still bloody? Hours later?
Well, I think he has all he's done is put a bandage over it. It's still running down his arm.
And Dom will give Dutch some rum from the captain. He hadn't finished the bottle yet. Might need this more than I, my friend.
Oh, I'll get on top of the curative properties of this right away. And glug, 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 glug.
So speaking of curative properties, anybody looking after Ronald or just going to leave him to rot in the hold?
No, I'm gonna. We said, we have to get back to Ronald, and maybe we have to get that doctor or something, but we'll figure it out.
That's an option. You could get the doctor if you wanted, or you could try looking after him yourselves. It's up to you.
Thank God we didn't kill him.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna just have Ronald, and we're gonna take care of him as good as we can.
Dutch would offer to pay for the actual motel rooms of anybody if they wanted to get some real rest on, and then also a night of drinking too, because he's riding high on his silver. I'm
like, you know what? Kind of gotten into problems because of drinking recently.
And as he
at least I will still be drinking, but if we did survive this, so what do you think, Silvers?
Silvers will say, I think you should go out and enjoy the night, Captain. I'm going to stay with the ship.
Okay, take care of Ronald. He was a good lad. He fought on our side, and he's a good gunner. I don't want to lose him.
If it's okay with you, I think I'll put the men through a couple drills, and I get a little bit of a demonic look on my face.
Sure. Okay, and I say, hey, Dutch, good job us in the fight. We did well. A little bit of the sorcery made them nervous, but they got back on their feet. And it is the edge that we need at the moment, so... And, yeah.
With you leading us, I'll take our men to the jaws of hell, Captain.
That's the spirit. And we go to the Louis' Revenge, and, we have some good night drinking.
Dom will whisper to... Dutch, I will be staying here, but do not let him, and he gives you a little piece of paper with all the damages and all the billing that the captain did at the last bar. I would leave some of your money secreted away. You may lose. And then he looks painful at all the damage and the blood and everything else and all the stuff that he's got to account for. The wasted ammunition, the damaged rifles that didn't work.
Yeah, you got 20 more rifles in the group now.
Ah, good. And he goes to work, counting it all up, crossing out, adding and subtracting loss of silver.
So, okay, while the captain and Dutch are going out drinking, Silvers, you're back on the ship.
Yes, sir.
And what are you going to do?
Two primary things. The first thing, I'm going to talk to the men that are still there and try to put them through a couple paces on how they need to be a little bit more steadfast in combat.
Okay, you have their full attention. They're terrified of you now.
Yeah, so I'll give them a little bit of a threat. I'll be like, magic is a dangerous tool, but if you men can't do your normal jobs, magic isn't going to save us. You don't have to fear me. Yet. And I'll raise an eyebrow as I look at them.
Message received.
So after I put them through, like I'll do a couple drills of running them from center deck over to the ledge, like holding up their guns over the banister and then dry firing.
Okay. Cool. Very good. Do me a favor. Go ahead and give me a leadership roll.
Okay. 5, so fail.
Okay. No, it's fine. Just thinking how it would affect their total morale and kind of opinion towards you. But yeah, they're all afraid of you. You get the feeling you don't get the feeling that they are necessarily very fond of you, but they listen and do what they're told.
Excellent. And the second order of business that I would do that night is I would kind of consecrate my new spellbook and meditate on the ring and also prepare spells.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that's it. The spells will be miasma, rock speak.
Okay, cool.
Rock speak. That one is always good.
And very good. Dom, you were catching up on inventories and everything. You guys just went out drinking and kind of a much more tame drinking session in the town this time.
Yeah, Dutch just wants to sleep in a real bed as opposed to his hammock.
And Ronald is slowly healing down in the hold. The next day, you get 1 hit point back, Ronald. So you're at -4.
Yeah, and as you bat your eyes, waking, you see Silvers leaning against a wall with his hands crossed, staring at you.
Can I react with -4?
You can't really move much, but you can talk and stuff.
Silvers will say, "How's your wounds?"
Where have I been shot?
I bet your
Out of
question would
character.
be where you haven't been shot.
Well, where haven't I been shot? Then?
Those were 2 pretty nasty shots. They were both in the say one was in the chest and one was in the gut.
Oh, how inconvenient. She tries to look at her chest, and did they remove her bandages?
I don't know. Nobody really tended to you? They just flopped you down
No.
here.
Good.
And, as you're looking, I'm gonna say, no, don't worry. I told the men not to pry too deep. I get the feeling that you haven't been quite honest with us, Ronald.
Why would you think that?
Oh, it was something in a high decibel squeal that you let out when that first bullet hit you. Made me think that old strapping lad Ronald might not be a strapping lad at all.
Don't you squeal when you get shot? Oh no, you're the great Silvers.
It's as you say that, I look down at my shoulder and there's this nasty black wound and blood coming out of it. Oh, I was shot. There was no squeal from me.
Like I said, The mighty Silvers. And she closes her eyes.
I'll slowly walk over and say, "Don't worry. I don't intend on telling the other men. But sooner or later, you're going to have to come clean."
And then what? Do you kick me from the ship?
Silvers will laugh at that, and he'll say, "I wouldn't be too concerned about it. Sailors may be superstitious, but if they're willing to sail with the son of a devil, I doubt sailing with a woman will even be on their list of issues."
Well, we'll see.
Yeah. Make sure, though, even if you don't intend on telling the rest of the men, the captain deserves to know. And it'd be best if you tell him and not me.
He'll claw me!
Perhaps. And I'll just let that linger. But perhaps not. And if you don't get bit by the claw, well, then everything will be out in the open and we can get back to work.
I'll think about it.
Please do, because while my lips are tight, there will be a time they become loose unless you come clean. And I'll pat the base of your leg and turn around and start to walk up.
Oh!
By the way, Silvers, were you down below half hit points, or?
Let me see. I don't think so. No, I'm not.
Okay, so you regained 1 hit point as well overnight.
Okay. Puts me at 12.
Dom wasn't hurt. Captain and Dutch, were you both under half hit points?
Yeah. Yeah, I was at
yes.
2 out of 14.
Okay,
I have 3 out of 15.
Neither one of you regained any hit points overnight then.
Okay.
What do you guys do the next morning, Dutch and Captain?
Well, I said to probably go back to the ship and get patched up a bit and just rest, basically.
Okay. Yeah, so when you're under half hit points, you have to get a whole day's rest to regain. You regain 1 hit point a day at that rate. You can double that speed if somebody gives you a successful medicine check. Yeah, that's that. If you're above half hit points, then you regain 1 hit point from just a night's sleep, night's rest. But if you get a full day's rest, you also get to roll an additional 1d3 to regain for the day. That also can be doubled through a medicine check.
Then, Dutch would be quick to capitalize on the captain's suggestion of getting back to the ship and healing up.
Yeah. I just basically got patched up with some bandages, and I will, as I have probably also yesterday already, before I went drinking, and then I'm just gonna lay in my bunk with some food and some rum, and just gonna sleep and rest.
You noticed something in your. I should probably make you roll a perception check. Actually, go ahead and roll a wisdom check, I guess.
That's gonna suck. It's 6. Oh wow. Okay. I have a 6 wisdom, and I rolled a 6.
Okay, that's
Is that
good.
a success?
That's a
Okay.
success.
Okay.
When
good.
you do get back to your cabin and you're getting the rum off your desk, and you look down, and something doesn't look right, and you're looking, something's missing, and you realize that the map that you had from Bledsoe, the one of the Spanish Main, had the map of Cumana, had Cumana marked off and had a name written on it, is missing. And there's a piece of cloth with a symbol on it sitting where the map had been. Now, let me see here. Let me just do a quick screen share and I'll show you this symbol. Ooh. There you go. Can you see the symbol there all right?
Yeah.
So that is what you see, like stained in ink on this cloth.
And that's the symbol that was on the image for the game, too,
Okay.
right? And the flag?
Yeah.
It was, in fact.
Excellent.
So I will show this to the others. I will call them in, and I will tell them that the map was missing. And so I will comment on this, that I'm thinking it's vendor is this vendor guy, and something is up with this map. I think he wanted to find Bledsoe for this map, and something is there. I'm sure of it now.
Captain, I'll attend to this. And I turn around and I look at Dutch, and I say, there was a group of men on guard last night. It had to have been still between then and now. Take that into consideration with what happened the other day during the firefight on the deck. And I think we need to make an example of one of the men.
That could easily be done. Should we just choose one at random? I haven't gotten to know them all too well. They all seem like sorry sods to me.
I'll leave it up to you, Dutch. That's your area of expertise.
Yep.
Dominic will approach Dutch before he walks away and says, "You should choose Marcus. He's basically the weakest of the weak. We do not want to give away strong, healthy men."
Marcus, that British milksop? Yeah, he's the one.
Yeah,
him.
And he's British too. So, and I look at Mr. Silvers and I'm saying, oh yeah, wait, Silvers is also Dutch, right? Is anybody here English? Ronald, maybe? I totally forgot.
When you ask that, Dutch spits.
Yeah.
Ronald is Dutch.
Okay, good. So we're from, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, execute Marcus. I remember.
Yeah, none of you
quite
guys
a
are.
weak fellow.
Bledsoe was English, but you guys are all Spanish, French, or Dutch. You got 4 Dutch people amongst the crew.
Houston
One
was
Spaniard.
British too.
Oh, sorry, there's no French anymore because the Frenchman's dead.
So Dutch will grab like 3 or 4 other crew members, and he'll have them like clasp the guy Marcus in ropes. I don't know, tied at the mast for now. And we'll probably, I'll confer with the captain then. Walking the plank, or what should we do? Should we wait till we get out to sea, or what's your plan?
Let's wait. Let's wait till we get out to sea and then walk the planks with him. Since I will be there attending, and I will be looking over this, but I want you to do it. I want you, also them, not just to respect me, but also you.
Okay.
Excellent.
We should be there, all of us, as leaders, as an example, so they see who to fear. I will reward those who do well. But as you said, it's right to show an example that they have to do better if they want to be rewarded and not punished. Because I will also punish the people.
As you're saying I will punish the people, I have this vision in my head of Ronald banging on the captain's cabin door and coming in and telling you that he's a she, and you taking the claw and just tearing her head off with it.
Don't give him ideas.
You guys won't want to be too active anyway if you're trying to rest and regain hit points.
Yeah, Dutch tried to have the other crew do most of the
Sure.
legwork of binding.
If I could make a recommendation too, Justin, keel hauling is a really, really gruesome and,
I will. I'll have a man talk to Dom about getting the proper amounts of rope out for keel hauling then.
Yep, ropes and pulleys, and there you go.
And I'll make a suggestion that over the night to Robert, I'll lead in and say you should probably. The plank is a great suggestion, but we do have other options. We can send men to Davy Jones' locker or the boo box, but of course the keel haul. Final division.
I will let you make the choice for now. I'll do it the next time.
Does anybody have any proficiency in medicine?
Not me. Wait.
Nope.
Oh no, that's not true. Wait, I have a +1 in medicine actually.
Dr. Claw time.
Dr. Claw. That's like a supervillain name.
God,
Dr. Claw.
what was the villain in Inspector Gadget? It was Claw, something Claw.
Yeah, Claw.
Was it Doctor Claw?
No, I think
he's just a call. Yeah.
Yeah. But he just had the hand always. It was actually just the hand, and you never saw his face.
Oh.
Every time it's like was a bomb and everything.
The cat is the bad guy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
No, I just didn't know if anybody wanted to actually try to do medicine to speed up your healing processes or not, but
I could try.
Oh God.
I just get a fresh bandana every day.
bear in
Until
mind,
it dries up.
if you fail, anybody who's at less than half hit points has a chance of being hurt worse.
Don't touch me.
Okay, fine. I won't do it.
What's the look in your eyes, Robert? Are you thinking of practicing your legendary medicine?
And I look at the claw. Yeah. But you know what? I'll let it go. Let's punish this Marcus guy once we're out at sea. It should
Yeah.
give some entertainment. For
So
the afternoon.
another day passes. All of you guys at less than half hit points can take back a point from your day resting. You were probably a bit more active, Silvers, because you're not hurt that bad, so I presume, or did you spend a day resting as well?
I won't be doing too much. I'll just be sitting around the ship.
Okay, in that case, then roll a d3, please.
I got a 2.
Okay, so you regained 3 hit points.
Nice.
And this is the day then that the flags and the the order that Ronald had at the tailor should be ready. Of course, Ronald's at what, -2 hit points. He's not going anywhere.
-3.
-3. Sorry, yeah. He's not going anywhere for several days.
Well,
Well,
but maybe he told the others that he ordered
yeah.
the flags.
Dutch knows the flags are something the captain wants, and that it'll be a few days. But Dutch would also, he'd like to go into town, and if he gets the time to, and buy a few daggers and stuff. Need to track down and try and find where these might have been on order, and hopefully
Okay.
already paid for these flags. But he can afford them too.
You won't be able to get your day's rest though if you do that. So
Yeah, he'll still do that, I guess.
okay. So you go into town.
Yeah.
Okay. You said you wanted to buy a couple daggers.
Yeah, actually, and it'll take him a while.
Are you sure you
Probably
want to? Because you guys did have those 20 daggers you got off those Dutch Marines as well.
Well, he's willing to spend 100 silver on 2 silver daggers. Like he wants fancy things.
Oh.
Dominic's is rubbing off on him.
Oh my. Okay. Sure, you can get 2 nice silver daggers for 100 silver.
Excellent. And yeah, he maybe even had to go to a few shops just to find them, and then he's also looking for the flag vendor as well, or the tailor or whatever it might have been.
Yep, you get there eventually, and Taylor's like, yeah, can I help you, sir?
A young sprat came in here the other day, possibly ordered some flags, various nationalities. I was wondering if they're ready.
Oh, yes. What was the name of the ship, sir?
Oh, the name left might have been the Silver Devil.
Yes. Here we go. Here's the flags, and he pulls out 2 bundles of cloth and hands them over to you. One is predominantly blue, and the other one is predominantly white. He says, "Oh, and here, this is the dress he ordered."
Oh shit!
Oh, excellent.
Totally forgot that.
And he'll pick it up and he'll look at it and.
It's a nice, fancy dress. Looks like a fit the lad too.
How much do I owe you for this?
Oh no, he paid.
Paid?
I think, didn't you? You did pay, didn't you?
No, you
yeah.
wanted the dress. Well, I guess everything seems in order here. Thank you, good man. And I'll give him. I'll leave a silver on the counter.
Okay.
I hope it's a man.
It is, yeah. Thank you.
And yeah, and Dutch will make his way back. And he's encumbered now too with the extra weapons.
Just out of curiosity, is the young boy all right? I heard there was trouble at your ship a couple of days ago.
Oh hell, he was blasted nearly to hell. But hopefully it's on the up and up from here on out. I took a lick of myself too, and he's got the closed wound on the side of his head now.
And while Dutch is in town, you'll hear a bit of a commotion on the deck, Captain, and there'll be a knock on your door.
Okay, yeah. What is that? I'm in my bed drinking some. I stand up out of the bed.
One of the younger
I-
crew members. It's the same one, actually, that you saw standing on the deck with the smoking gun the other day when the Dutch tried to board.
Right.
He says his name's Timmy. Timmy says,
What's up, Timmy?
Captain, there's a woman here to see you. She's half raving mad. Black one.
Woman. Okay, fine. I'll deal with it. And I'm like, I take one of the small cups that I have there, and I pour him some rum. Have some rum. Here.
Okay, so you put the cup in front of you and you pick up the bottle with your claw and pour and.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'll. You know what? That's better. That's more realistic. I said, pour yourself a bottle of rum. You deserve it. You're not like Marcus.
You can also notice your nub is.
Yeah.
It's really hard today and sore, and you can feel it feels like you have a part of an elbow there now.
Like, and I like it's and then I just I dress up and then I go out.
Okay, you go out and you can see a couple of your crewmen are holding this woman by each arm, and it's the woman from the tribal village. What's her name? Helen?
Helen, yeah.
Helen Marie?
And then I'm like looking at her. What do you want, witch?
I'm here to see the captain.
I'm the captain. I'm Captain Claw.
You're not the captain. Bledsoe.
Yeah.
Captain Tom. Where is he?
He retired.
What? Retired?
Yes.
No, this can't be. He would have come back to us.
Well, you didn't know him as well than you thought,
They attacked the village. They burned most of it, tortured and murdered many of my people.
Who did?
Some men, white men, Dutch.
White men? Dutch? Dutch.
They kept asking questions about the captain. They were looking for him.
Well, fine. Since you helped me, I'll help you. But then our business will be settled.
You can see that she's pretty badly bruised and she looks a bit battered, and she says this happened 3 nights ago.
Anybody survive from your people?
I am here, am I not? Am I nobody?
No, I'm not saying anybody else.
Yes,
That's what I
there are
meant.
some. There are many dead as well.
Okay. I pay for a room for you. For the thing, you can rest there. And we'll see what we can do with the Dutch people. We've been having some problem with some Dutch people.
Where did Captain Tom go? I must see him.
He's not here, woman.
But where is he? You must have let him off somewhere.
Why is it that you want to see him? I'm the captain now. Can't you accept that?
He was the leader of our people.
Well, then you are now the leader of your people.
This doesn't make sense. He would have come back.
Dom will slide up like an eel.
He has treasure hidden in the jungle. Why would he leave it?
Treasure, you say? Of course, yes. We have had some good fortune, and he has settled with this treasure. And he wanted me to have his good friend, Robert, to have that treasure.
Okay, roll charisma.
Oh shit. Okay. Big money. Oh shit, 10. Wait, no, 10. I have 10 charisma. Drop
Well
the mic.
done.
He narrows his eyes and looks at you. says, "Well, I do not know where the treasure is."
He gave me a map. However,
Yes,
looks like
a map. They kept
yes,
asking about a map.
I gave him a big portion of the treasure that we have gained through recent times, and he wants to repay me. He had too many enemies around that were hunting him, and so he gave me this as a present. Also because of my injuries, as you can see, to pay off his debt to me. And I will. We are searching for this because one of these Dutch people might have taken the treasure. And I show her the cloth. Do you recognize the symbol?
Yes, one of them had that on his clothing. It was like gold, like a decoration.
They must have gotten it. Damn, Captain Ben. Yeah, we will investigate, and we will try to also help your people if we can. We had already skirmished with them.
I don't need your room. I will go back to the village, try to help my people as I can. If you see Captain Tom again, tell him to come home.
I will.
Tell him his children need him.
Then
And she'll leave.
Okay. Then I go to the others and I collect the others, tell them to follow into the cabin. And they said, now we got to find this map. Finally, we know what the map is for, and they took it. We need to find these Dutchmen.
Did she say where the treasure's at? It's on this island?
She didn't know herself. She did say that the map is the location. It indicates the location.
No, she
Do
didn't.
you have... Okay.
That's not what she said.
She said it was...
She said the Dutchmen were asking about a map.
But she
Either
said
way,
that the treasure was buried on this island,
She
right?
said he has treasure here in the jungle, yes.
Well, I've got a plan for that, Captain. It might take us a few extra days, but I have ways of seeing things that are underground.
very good. Well, the other thing is, I still want this map, because if they're willing to attack the natives, attack us for a bloody map, something is up. Something they must have known. They knew about our reputation. So for them it was valuable enough to straight up attack us to gain it. There must be something up with this, and something with that.
If you
We
guys want
must,
to take a couple minutes to mill that over amongst each other, I'm just going to run to the toilet real quick.
Sure.
Okay.
Perhaps
So-
we can do both at once, Captain. Maybe we can send out a couple men to investigate and see if there's anyone still on the island bearing that symbol, while I and a couple other men work on finding Tom's treasure.
Tom's treasure is probably the closest loot that we can find. And then the other thing would be the map would be secondary, however, also important.
To begin the search, I will need 8 hours of preparation.
Fair enough. You shall have it. I need to rest anyway. I'm still in bad shape from these bullet wounds.
I'll be down in the food stores. Tell the rest of the men not to bother me.
I look at the men and tell them very sternly that they shouldn't bother you, so. And I look at Dutch and make sure that they don't bother settlers.
Oh, well, Ian said that your encounter happened while I was still in town, but I could go over my...
I relay the information as quickly as I can.
Cool.
And so you also know you're up to date on the most recent information. So, yeah.
Because I was going to say, when Dutch comes back to the ship, because he went shopping or into town or whatever after waking up in the inn, he would not yet into his cups, he'd think twice about bringing the dress onto the ship. And he'd just have it bound and in a box, I guess, and but he'd bring the flags back. And of course, after being filled in, he'd present the flags to you, Captain. Shall I put these in your chambers or at the helm or wherever they go?
Let's put them where we can use them the quickest. But maybe now I'll keep them in although my quarters don't seem to be as safe either. Put them in the place where we can use them the quickest, at a safe place.
And with that, Dutch will quickly stow them below deck.
Yeah.
And he'll put the boxed dress under wherever Ronald's sleeping or recuperating.
Yep.
So Dutch just came back to the ship, Ian, and he brought the flags, and he's got the because he went out shopping early in the day, he wasn't yet drunk, and he just bound up the dress in a box and slipped it under the recuperating Ronald.
Okay. Yeah, Ronald is. You guys have kind of like a makeshift surgery room in the hold, and so Ronald's laying there.
And Dutch will leave his old slender rapier by the box as well, which he no longer needs. He's going to just use his silver daggers now.
Okay. Was Ronald awake when you went down there, or?
I didn't ask. Was Ronald? Did Ronald notice? Because Dutch didn't say anything. He just slipped in and.
I think she is sleeping most of the time.
Okay, fair.
Mm.
While you were gone, Ian, we talked, and I'm taking. It's actually 9 hours. 9 hours of preparation to get my plan in action. So I'm in the back storeroom working over my spell book, changing my spells that I have prepared.
Okay. Cool. What are you changing it to?
All of them rock speak.
Okay. No problem. So Dutch has returned. You guys have discussed what's your plan of action in that evening.
I think it's to begin the treasure search, right?
Yep.
Who's doing that? Just you, Silvers, or?
It'll probably be me and a handful of men.
It's gonna be the treasure search for what is it? Tom Blitzow's immediate treasure, which he collected in the jungle, and then we're gonna try to find the other Dutchman with the symbol at the same time. And
it'd probably be best if Dutch is with me, since I'm gonna have a handful of the men.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And I go to Dom and I said, "Well, you're a silver-tongued one." And I'm like, I show him the symbol with the cloth with the symbol. This map could be of great value. You can find these people and find any information about them, so we could steal the map back or take it by force eventually. Not right now, but eventually.
El Capitan, can we go to your chamber? That's where the map was, yes?
Yes, and I bring Dom. We go to the chamber.
Do you remember? There's port windows and all that other stuff. Basically, Dom is going to look for how they got in the room. If you secured it, basically he's a thief, so he's going to look around. Are there claw marks near the windows on how they got in? Was it?
You gotta
break in?
Give me a search check.
Ooh, I'm actually proficient in that.
2d6.
4 plus 2 is 6.
Yeah. You can find, actually, you see the window is still unlatched, in fact, where it was hastily closed and not latched properly. So
he'll look outside and
through the window.
He'll tell, hey, Captain, I believe they came through here. I was going to search the men's possessions if they had stolen it, but it appears that they came this way. We can speak with urchins, beggars, thieves, whores. These men will be about if you have a good picture of them or you can describe them.
Now let's go together then.
He
You can
bows
do the
low.
talking. You are skilled in that. So
Thank you. And he'll head out with the captain.
Okay.
yeah,
So you guys are
because
going to town.
well, I'm thinking, Micah, your character is still wounded too much to go out. So I'm gonna leave somebody, one of the men, like at least to take care of you if you need any care, and command them also guard to like watch out for you and everything, and I command everybody else to watch out for the ship, and that you are in command as of now, as long as you're awake. So
What about
Set
Dutch? Where's Dutch?
sail.
Dutch is going with Silvers.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, I just thought it would be appropriate since I'm gonna have like 8 or 9 men. He'll want to be the one giving him orders, so there's not like a confusion.
And I guess, well, because he's going to be doing that for 9 hours, preparing his book, I guess Dutch will start licking his wounds or whatever and making sure all the powders are primed in his pistols and it's ready to go.
Okay. Are you up to half hit points yet, Dutch?
No, I got 1 back. I'm at 3 now.
Okay.
But I've had like 3 drinks of whiskey today. Dutch has, so he's good to go.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. So, proper order, I guess we'll go first to Dom and the captain.
Yeah, okay. So we're asking people around, but I'm letting Dom do the talking. So I'm just describing to people as good as I can.
He's going to the beggar children, the pickpockets, group of kids, and beggars first. He does ask the captain. He says, "I may have to," and he looks real painful. It's like, apparently I'm out of silver, Captain. May I requisition some?
I give him like all my rest of my cash, and this is all the gold I have left.
32 silver.
Like, remind me never to gamble again.
Oh yes, I have it written down, sir.
And I'm saying, and then I'm saying, I hope after this venture we'll have as much gold as we can carry. So.
As the silver slips into his hands, you see Dom just kind of relax. He gets calm. He plays with the silver a little bit, and he'll start to talk to the beggars and the children. The
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
you got
they'll all...
you got 32 silvers.
32
Play,
silver.
okay, Dom. Yeah.
Okay.
This is all my gold. So I mean silver. I'm now in dirt poor.
They'll tell you they saw those guys several times throughout the week around town.
Very good.
They went to the Milky Teat. They went, they were spotted, going to all the different drinking places and stuff like that and asking questions and talking. They never stayed in town. They always went back out into the jungle at night. Every night they went into the jungle. They always came from the jungle when they arrived in town. They also tell you that a few days ago, would have been the night before the fight on the docks, they were seen paying a visit to the doctor's manor outside of town.
And how much did that cost Ian?
Oh,
But he'll haggle. He'll haggle him like it says life savings.
like maybe a silver piece in various copper here and there.
He'll also pay them an equal share to come and find him or the captain if these men should appear, and that more wealth will come to the person that leads us to them.
Okay, good.
So we'll spread that through the beggars, the thieves, even the dock workers, the whores, the whatnot.
They will say, okay, didn't you kill them all though?
My captain is lenient and a very honorable man. He let them flee so that we may find them.
Oh, okay. I think I was that was really dumb.
Dom just smiles.
Yeah, no problem. You have get the word out on the street.
and he'll relay it to the captain.
You might want to write
Good.
that down too, Don, that you have now, you've established kind of connections with the street rats of Tortuga.
Cool. I'll write that down.
You can
Now
use,
I'm reminded of the Game of Thrones character. With
you
this,
can use them as a
little-
bit of a connection and stuff in future, maybe.
Tortuga
Street rats.
street rats. And he'll give back the captain 29. He'll keep a little for himself, saying, Captain, I spread it around. They should be coming to look for you once they have the people we're looking for.
And I nod with approving way, and I say, well done, well done.
Is that the only people you talk to, just the beggars and the street rats and stuff?
We'll also go to the doxies that are walking the streets. If we get it where they go to a certain tavern or bar, we'll go there and pay a little bit more, but mainly it's just the ones that are on the streets around town.
Mm-hmm. Are you showing the cloth as well or anything? Or
I'm showing the cloth. Oh wait, no, it's his deal. Yeah, sorry, Dom. Sorry.
No. If you want to show, he'll bring it up to those that kind of describe it. We'll describe it before we show the cloth, so if they get it somewhat close, I just don't want to give it away.
It's a good idea.
yeah, when you first describe it, they're not really sure what you're talking about. But when you show it to somebody and say, "Oh yeah, one of the dock hands actually," would say, "Yeah, that's the emblem of the Dutch West India Company."
Oh. They have an office or a headquarters here?
Not in Tortuga.
Thank you. Captain, I believe we are done for now.
Okay. So we'll jump over to Captain. You won't regain any hit points this day because you're still under half as well. Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm at 4.
Just so you know, you'll still be at 4 tomorrow. Over to Silvers and Dutch.
If
So 9 hours have passed. It's now into the late evening.
if it's cool with you, Ian, can we start the scene in the jungle?
Sure, absolutely. Skip right ahead to that.
Okay, so as we're walking towards the tribal village, I'll tell Dutch, here's my plan. The way I see it, we can count the village as an area Tom wouldn't bury the treasure, because we know that the woman Helen doesn't know where it's at. So if we stand in the center of the village and look out and see how far a man can walk and still not be seen, we'll know that circle of area doesn't have the treasure beneath it. We can then probably add a couple more 100 feet onto the diameter because he wouldn't bury it so close that someone might peek it while walking out to gather. We can start the search there.
That sounds fine enough.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Okay, so I would say we do that first. We perform like that survey.
Okay. Just on foot, walking around.
Wait,
looking.
sorry, I'm not even there. Sorry.
How many men did
I'm
we
getting
bring?
really bad
10?
echo.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot. Is it
I
me?
think it's Ian. It's yours. I think something is up with your sound settings.
Okay, is it still happening?
Testing. No.
Check.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, so the plan, Ian, would be to send one man to the center of the village, and then have the rest of our men spread out, and wait until he can see none of us.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll stop there. Then we'll have each man turn and walk 100 feet away from the village. Then I'll walk around and see that parabola that we just made.
Okay.
So once we get that plotted out, I'm then going to count all the area towards the village as area that Tom probably wouldn't have buried the treasure. So then I'll turn back towards the normal port. And I'm going to say to Dutch, okay, we have our starting point. Here's where things are going to get interesting. So I'll walk until I find a rock. I need it to be 5 feet by 5 feet, so like a boulder.
Okay, yeah, you'll find one, no problem.
Okay. So then, once again, using my black African magic, I'll roll back my hands and touch my hand on it and start spouting the strange clicking and popping language. And I'm going to turn the rock into a gigantic, like, probably the huge of a St. Bernard badger. And I'm going to try to expedite the action I give it, so I have to roll to see if I cause an earthquake.
Okay.
I did it. I got a 6. So I tell the badger, dig as quickly as you can underground and try to find a vertical lane of misplaced soil.
Okay. Gotcha. And you send it out.
Yep. Away from the tribal settlement.
Of course, yeah. Okay, and you do that just once?
I do it once and then I wait to see if it finds something.
Okay. It comes back after a while. It has not found anything in the area that it was able to search in the last about 20 minutes.
I'll ask it to walk to the edge of the area where it stopped before it.
Okay. Yep. And then it will have to return to the rock.
So it turns back into the boulder, like on the edge of the area.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'll look at Dutch and I'll say, that was our first strike. Let's see if we get lucky. So I'll walk over and put my hand on the boulder again, and I'll repeat the same incantation and turn it into another stone badger.
Okay. And it goes out and then starts to search. You, of course, give instruction where to search, not to search the area that was already searched by the previous one.
Yep.
It goes out and searches, and but it does not turn up anything.
Okay, so I'll have it repeat it where it dies on the edge of the zone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say, all right, this is the last time we're going to be doing this today. If it comes up empty, let's leave some markers. So I'll do the same thing again. Oh,
Okay.
each time I need to repeat to make sure I don't get an earthquake.
All
I
right.
do not.
Okay. Both times you checked for all 3 times in total, yeah?
Yep.
Cool. Yep, and the third time it comes back, it did not find anything.
Okay. So when it comes up and dies again, I'll say, all right. How much land did we cover, would you say?
Well, let's see, 20 minutes of searching, 3 different times, an hour's worth of searching. You would have covered a decent amount of land, but there's a lot more jungle out there. Do you know what I mean?
Yep. So I'll leave markers on the sides of it then, with the help of Dutch and the men. I'll say, all right, that's the best we're going to do today. We need to come back tomorrow and perhaps the next week and keep repeating it. But we'll find it eventually.
You would have searched out probably several hundred square yards of area, you know?
Yep.
Okay. No problem. So that's your plan, is to continue with that as long as it takes to find the treasure?
Yep, because I'm guessing safety to reward relationship. This is going to be the best use of our time.
Sure. And you guys have your flags. You've got your dress under your bed, Ronald, along with a nice new rapier. So I will make some rolls to see how long it takes for you to come across Bledsoe's buried treasure. Okay, it's on the 5th day of searching that it finally comes up with something. It's found the disturbed soil you were looking for.
All right, so when it pops up, I'll start laughing. I was starting to get worried there for a little bit, lads. But we found it. We got the lane. Dutch, have the men grab the shovels. Time to get rich.
Dutch gives a quick blow into his new whistle, and he makes some
Dutch,
hand gestures.
You've been out with him all this time, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're still at whatever hit point total you were at.
Yeah, 3.
Got another night's rest, another day's rest. What about yourself, Captain? Have you been resting this time? It's been, 4 more days.
Yeah, I'll say I've been resting. I give Dom the mission to continue listening to to street rats, and
So you've been resting. You will have gained back. How many hit points are you at now? 3?
right now I have 4. I did
4.
rest 1.
And what's your max?
15.
So let's see. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you're up to 8.
Okay.
And now you're over the halfway point. So
Cool.
yourself, Ronald, you've gained back another 4 hit points.
Uh-huh.
So what does that bring you to
1
now?
hit point.
You are able to move and get up and walk around again.
Yeah,
Finally.
great. And he actually takes the opportunity where all the guys are running around away from the ship to approach the captain.
Captain, you these 4 days you've been resting and stuff in your cabin mostly. Your arm now has grown. You do have a full elbow, and it's starting to grow beyond that as well.
Right.
So you now have a little bit of a bendy point.
Yeah. So, Ronald, your character just knocks on the door, just comes in, or what?
Mm-hmm.
Says, okay, who is it?
It's Ronald.
Well, come in, lad.
Yeah, he opens the door and enters. Captain, do you have a minute?
Sure. What is it?
And he pulls out a bottle of rum and, I wanted to share something with you. And puts the bottle on the table.
And I'm like, could you pour me some? It's a little bit difficult to pour with this
Oh,
claw thingy.
sure. He does so and shoves a glass over to him.
Mm-hmm.
And he makes sure to put the table. Is there a table? Yeah,
There's a table.
Yeah,
There should be a table.
he makes sure to put the table between him and the captain.
Yeah.
And I guess. And he turns around and turns back around and just pulls up the shirt for a second.
My eyes widen in confusion and just like. And I'm asking, like, did Silvers do some kind of curse on you? That? You're a woman?
Yeah, a curse would have been easier. Yeah.
It does explain quite a lot.
And I tell you now, I've got no intention leaving the ship.
And I'm looking
I earned my place here.
And Claw kind of is thinking for a second. He looks at his claw for a second. Then he looks back at Ronald and like, well, if this would have happened before all this madness began, I might have done something drastic and at the best, kick you off the ship. Because you know how it is, what they say, that women on a ship bring bad luck. However, you have
Silvers is bad luck.
You're probably right. However, you have bled with us and fought us like better than a lot of the crew there have. And So what am I supposed to call you then?
My name's Anna.
And it does explain quite a lot. I always thought that you were a bit woman-like, but I thought you were just very young. But you have earned your place, I believe. Yes.
Thank you, Captain. And don't tell the others. Silver does know, though.
Yes. Very fine. I think maybe it would be the best to just come out with it and let's be over with this, so everybody knows, because you haven't told me, and I understand why. I'm sure you got your reasons why, as a woman, you decided to become a pirate. and I'm sure it wasn't easy, as I could imagine.
Could you repeat the last sentence? I think
Okay,
I'm frozen.
okay. What I was saying is that I'm sure it wasn't easy. It wasn't an easy choice to become a pirate as a woman, and probably pretending to be a man was easier.
It is.
It would be easier though to, as I said, if I wouldn't have met Silvers and all this devilry and all this thing. Yeah, I would have think differently, but I think we're not the traditional pirates anyway. So I think it should be fine. I would come out with it in the clear, but I will give that choice to you whenever you feel comfortable. Anna, I will call you further Ronald then. And you have fought and bled on our side, like a lot of the other men, equal or even better. So I do respect you for that. And I do welcome you again. And I put out, like, I have the claw, but I put the sheet on, the leather sheet, so it doesn't hurt. And I don't have anything else to shake hands with. And I'm like, I welcome you again, Anna.
Yeah, she shakes his hand and she looks grateful, and she does say so. Thank you, Captain. I'm very, very grateful.
You're welcome. I will tell you though that be careful that I will make sure if Silvers is okay with it. I've been okay with it, but maybe some others might have some objection. I would prefer that we come out with it as soon as possible, so we have all our cards out. Now to your enemies, it's fine if you seem like a man. It's up to you, but yeah, I would like to have all our cards out, at least things like that. And but I will leave that up to you when you want to do it. It just would be simpler. I don't like secrets on the deck if it's not necessary.
I will do so.
If I have a demon, a magic using person here who's in league with the devil, then I'll have a woman on my crew easily. Especially one who has, again, fought and bled for this crew, so, yeah. Go on now, and rest up.
Captain Claw. And
Claw.
she leaves the room.
Yeah. And I drink up the rum, and then I go back to my bed to rest. A bit confused, but... Yeah,
that was a very literal reveal, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's actually reminds me of
than telling.
There was an 80s movie where it was where the woman, she like dressed as a guy, and she did the same thing like from the 80s. I remember it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She dressed as a guy, then she became friends with the guy, but then she fell in love with him, and then that's how she revealed it.
Well, it's definitely works. Okay. Mr. Silvers and Dutch.
Yes, sir. I have a feeling, too, while they're digging it up, me and Dutch are, like, walking in a circle around the outside like slave drivers with our guns out.
Okay. Yep. They dig up a decent-sized box. And they pull it up out of the ground.
Heave-ho, lads. Heave-ho.
And it has a lock on it, which has a keyhole.
I'll look to Dutch and say, any of your men get that open?
If I had to think of anybody, I'd think of Dom for a job like this. But other than that, I could brandish the old pistol, but I think maybe a pry bar would be better, if not Dom.
You might know that Ronald can do that.
Yeah, so I'll tell the lads, all right. We drag it back to the ship. 4 men on the chest, the rest of us circle it up, weapons drawn.
Okay. You do. It's heavy too. Pretty heavy chest. But they do get it back to the ship unmolested. For the most part, you notice people in Tortuga kind of give you guys a bit of space after you just murdered the 20 Dutch West India Company mercenaries on the docks. You've earned a certain level of respect.
I make sure to scowl at a couple women and children too.
Oh yeah, children cry when they see you. You specifically, Mr. Silvers, but yeah.
Yeah, so when we get back to the ship, when I walk up, I'll get a shit-eating grin
You
on my
also
face.
notice, children always react with fear around Silvers. So do cats and dogs. They don't like him very much. They hiss or bark or whatever it is, depending on the species.
Yeah, so
But yeah,
actually, so you guys hear on the ship, heave, ho, heave, ho, and I'll yell, Robert the Claw, we have a present for you.
And I come out and I have like my jacket over the right arm so they don't see it, and I've like my wounds are like I got my bandages around, and I said, "Well, what is it, Silvers?"
So I'll stand aside, like dramatically revealing the men dragging the chest up the plank.
Aye, that's worthy of celebration.
I
Let's open
found
it
the
up.
God's treasure. I did. Yes,
Let's
it's got a
see.
lock on it. Is Dom around?
Dom. He should be. He's a master with the locks. So I look for Dom.
And if Ronald is recuperated from his wounds, he's quite the tinkerer.
Yes,
Dom will
yes,
come
yes.
floating
I'll get-
over.
I got Ronald too. I send one of the crew and send them to bring Ronald.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He goes to the others. What do we have here?
It's a
We
big,
found.
oak box. It's banded with looks like iron, and it's got an iron lock on it, with a keyhole.
Ronald looks to Dom. Do you
Um,
want to try your luck?
Dom smiles. He's got that Jafar from Aladdin smile on it. It's too big for his face. By all means, my friend, if you'd like to assist me, or I can assist you. He's got his tools already out, ready to go. By all means, I will help you.
Well then. Okay, and he goes to his knees and looks at the lock and tries to open it. Oh, 10.
Yeah, no problem at all. Springing that lock. It takes you 5 seconds. It pops open. Well, the lock pops, and you can then lift the lid if you wish.
Yeah, it does. Slowly.
Okay, and inside, you will see the gleam of coins, and resting on top of the coins, there are several small kind of art objects, little sculptures and candle holder type things and things of that sort. And there's also 3 bottles, 3 dark bottles.
He takes one of them and shows them to the others.
Mm-hmm.
What's this?
They're corked, and the label seems to say that they are some type of wine, some very old wine.
Are the coins gold or silver, Ian?
Both. Mostly silver, but there's some gold as well.
Silvers jumps up and throws his fist into the air. Fuck it, I'll pull out my pistol and fire it in the air and yell, "We got it, lad! Treasure!"
Aye. And how many coins are there?
So there are, if you will take the time to
Write
count
this
that,
down.
three bottles of old wine, old red wine.
Okay. Okay.
There are 80 gold doubloons.
Ooh.
Ooh.
There are 465 pieces of 8. That's silver pieces.
Okay.
And the total value you figure of the various, little candle holders and things of that sort is about 336 silver pieces.
336 silver.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying art.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's not like big paintings or anything of that sort, but they're just like little idols.
Decorative statues.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
480 silvers?
465.
465 silver,
465.
80
okay.
gold doubloons.
Yeah. Okay.
And how
Um,
often does treasure come with a free drink?
And I
That's
said,
looking at 3 bottles.
we will examine them, but yeah, that's definitely a good thing. We will divide it.
Those
We will
art pieces would be easily sold in town here in
Yeah,
Tortuga.
let's just sell them and then we can divide all of the loot as we have done so far. So
Okay. So total value there is 4,801 silver pieces. Now, crew-wise, you have
4,800 and how much?
4,801, but if you divide that amongst the 41 people on your crew, it comes to 117 silver pieces each.
100
17.
Well, yeah.
And one copper.
117.
117 silver, 1 copper per person.
Okay. Okay.
And Micah, is Ronald still dressing as a boy, I presume? He's still
Yeah.
keeping himself concealed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Captain, what do you say we celebrate with an execution?
Yeah.
Or if we're gonna kill him, a very bad beating.
Oh, right, yeah, kill him.
I'll walk him the plank myself.
Dom will approach and whisper into the captain in Silver's ears, you know that he doesn't get a share then.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I would like to. How much would it cost to make my claw gilded? Just like it's not fully golden, but gilded.
I think it's 10 times to make something silver, right? 10 times the base cost?
Yeah.
10 times the base cost. Well, like how much would
silver,
the?
right?
Yeah. Well, how much would the claw be for gold?
500 times.
Well, technically speaking, if you convert the value of silver to gold, it would be 500 times the base value. Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
But that would be to make it actually golden, not gold, like not
Gilded.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. I want to not make it massive gold.
So,
just have a gold kind of thing on it.
Like, what do you want to get it just tipped, or do you want to get the whole thing kind of gilded, or what?
Okay, this is what I want to have. I want to have on the claws, like on the upper part, just some gold gilded on the thing, and then the blade themselves is still the steel.
So which part are you getting gilded? Just the part of the wrist
claw,
part?
the upper part of the claw.
Okay.
And then maybe a little bit the wrist part.
So I would say that would cost you. You're looking at using up about probably 15 silver pieces worth of material, plus the actual work itself. 15 gold pieces, not silver pieces. No, that'd be too much. Maybe 10 gold pieces.
Yeah, still, but
Plus the
it's
actual
10
work
times.
itself. It would cost you 110 gold pieces, or about that come to?
I don't have that money. 110.
Yeah.
That's times
That's
50.
crazy money, though. Maybe it wouldn't be
It's,
that much. Sorry, I'm going a little bit crazy with it. Sorry.
it's over 5,000 silver.
Yeah, that's a bit
5,500
too
silver.
much.
You know what? It's fine. We'll figure it out later. I'll do it when I have more money.
Yeah, you're talking
Because
about 10 gold pieces worth of material, though, and then whatever they want to charge for the actual work of melting it down, crafting it, and,
Like if we find a mother lode. This is a good treasure, but I'm talking about if we find like huge treasure, then I'll do that. Right now, I think we should just. My idea is I'm telling this to the others that I basically I want to do the plank, and then run him down on the plank, but with my claw, just kind of poke him till he falls down. Or the sharks. I'm gonna get some old fish guts to throw it in to bring the sharks.
Okay, so you've decided not to keel haul him. You're just gonna walk the plank.
Yeah.
Fair enough. What are you
Shall I
gonna do
have
with
the
his
men-
share of the booty?
We'll just divide it up with everyone. Well, I'll stick to my word.
Dom looks like he's going to say something when he hears that, and he's like, "Great idea, Captain."
And I look at what is your suggestion, Dom?
I suggest we put it aside for the ship itself.
That's not a bad idea.
Ship and another thing, and he brings out a big list of things. We should bill those that fail to shoot or kill their targets. It is costly for bullets.
We can talk about that, but yeah, we could put this money in for repairs of the ship. That's a good idea, Dom. I like your way of thinking.
I'd like to get together with Dutch when we're out on the ocean and maybe arrange for some target practicing for the men.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay.
And yeah, Dutch would easily gather some free men that aren't currently fulfilling other duties on the ship. Have them armed with probably the arquebus.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Sorry, I feel like I missed something there. Sorry, what?
Oh, we're going out to sea and we're gonna execute our prisoner.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
I thought
wanted
you
to
walk
just.
the plank.
Yeah,
I just
I'll
wanted
get the
to
plank.
walk him on the plank. Or do you want to just execute him?
No,
Well,
we'll make him walk the plank to execute him.
Encouragement. Yeah, a bunch of guys.
Okay.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Sorry. I got confused about the guys
okay.
with the guns, but their role was scattered.
I wanted to chase him down with the claw, but that's fine if you want to execute him.
Yeah, we're gonna do target practice after the execution.
That's fine with me.
Cool. Yep. So you kind of douse him with like fish guts or whatever, and then.
Yeah. And I put some fish guts. We put fish guts into the water so the sharks come.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm gonna make a show of it too. As he's like inching him off of the board, I'm gonna turn to the men and make the sign of the claw. Give him the claw! Give him the claw! And start pumping it in the air.
So as he goes down, we have him tied up, and he just looks like panicky, like, oh no! It says, see, this is what the weak ones get. They don't get booty like the one who pull their work. I don't know. These weaklings, they die. And then I turn him around. I grab him on the hair, turn him around, and then I don't have the other arm, so I just basically just slice his neck, and then I kick him off the keel as he falls down, and the sharks tear him apart.
Nice.
Thunderous applaud and cheering.
Okay. Who wants to join Silver's marksmanship training? And I kind of wink and nudge. Go ahead, Silvers.
Yeah, so I'll turn to Dutch and say, you saw best, Dutch. Which of the men have the worst aim? Oh, you're muted.
Muted. Still muted?
You're muted.
Oh, sorry. I In the fray, I didn't see these guys shoot too much. Actually, I took I took a thunderous strike to the head, and but all these guys are crack shots of these 10 men here.
Okay. Well, we're gonna find out who's the best, and I'll have some of the men pull out a barrel, and we'll fucking toss it overboard, and then take turns, each man going up and trying to shoot it while it floats like a buoy.
Cool. Very good. Team building.
Yeah, and we'll find out who our sharpshooters are,
Excellent.
because they should get the higher ground whenever we get into a situation like that.
It's a good idea.
Very
Maybe
good.
have the guys that are more like just bigger and more muscular, maybe if they're not as good shots, have them in the front with sabers.
What's your course, Captain?
We are like I would say we're still in the process of finding the map, right? Like I think we'll return.
Yeah, you don't have the map.
Perhaps we
Okay.
can go try to take a ship and then come back.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So we're looking for a ship to enter. Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah. We'll figure out the map later. That's a long-term plan. We found some treasure.
Hmm.
Now, yeah, we don't know what the map is good for yet, so Dom did his magic, so it will take some time to work. So.
Where do you want to sail to? Which direction are you headed? Do you just want to take the next ship that you see heading towards Tortuga, or do you want to go prowl somewhere? Or
I'm gonna try to go to any like ships that I would head, any trade ships that would head to Port Royal, but try to cut them off before they get there. I'm gonna find the train line, because I don't want to interfere with the trading from Tortuga, because that will interfere with us. You know, I want to keep Tortuga. That's our safe zone.
But you would get somebody maybe that's heading to. So do you want to get somebody heading to Port Royal from the Bahamas, or from like Florida area where the English colonies are, or they'd also have some, not as many, but they'd have some coming from the Lesser Antilles.
I would say Florida, just basically there where we would find more likely more trade ships.
So you're heading towards the Bahamas area of the city.
Yeah.
Good to know. Okay. You guys still be resting as well, I presume?
I'm still resting, yeah.
So who's still at less than half hit points?
Me.
Yeah, Dutch would be. He would have been at 3 whenever he started getting any.
So you guys would still need to be getting kind of full day kind of rest to regain hit points. Captain, actually, you can get a point back per day, even being active, as long as you sleep at night. So.
Yeah.
So probably best to have the injured ones resting, the more injured, severely injured ones resting.
Yeah, I will do the navigation. I will figure out stuff. I will plan, figure out different trade routes, and then give commands where to sail and stuff. And yeah, it's gonna be my day-to-day tasks.
Yep, I'll be working with the captain.
Yeah, we'll figure out some good. We'll try to brainstorm which trade routes would be good for us to check out, or ships with a lot of trade and stuff.
After you've set out to sea and you're heading towards the Bahamas, you've had the man walk the plank. That night when you're sleeping, Captain, you have another dream, another nightmare. And first you see, it's like you wake up in your bed and you're sweating. And there's someone standing at the foot of your bed. And you look and you kind of wipe the sleep out of your eyes looking at him. And you realize that you have a hand on your right arm. You have a full arm and hand. And you look at the left and you still have the claw in the sheath.
Yeah.
You look at the foot of the bed now and you see the man standing there has no head. And you stare for a moment and you see he's actually holding his head underneath of his left arm. And it's Captain Bledsoe. And the eyes are, like, one of the eyes is gouged out from where you clawed him in the face.
Yeah.
But he's holding his head there in the crook of his arm underneath, his left arm. And the mouth moves. And he says, "Damn it, Robert, you've done it now. Why did you give him the map?
And I just said, you should be burning in hell.
I am burning in hell, you idiot. The map. Why did you give them the map?
I didn't
Now
give them
they'll
the
find the
map.
lost city.
Lost city? Lost city of what?
The lost city of the Aztecs, you fool.
Well, they stole
Why
it.
did you do
We're
it?
trying to find it.
Well, if you think I'm suffering in hell, just wait till your turn comes. They have a special place for mutineers, Robert. A special
And I
place.
and I just spit at him, and I swing the claw at him, and I said, I'm gonna find that treasure, and you're not gonna have it. And then up to the time when I get to hell, I'm gonna have a long, happy retirement.
And you see in your right hand, actually, you have a pistol.
Right. And I'm kind of looking at it. Is it my pistol?
It's a pistol. You don't recognize
A
it per
pistol.
se. No.
Okay. And I'm looking at it. Does it look it's somehow weird? And it's like, how'd the deck get here?
Are you talking about the pistol or the hand?
Both, kind of. Like, I kind of understood the hand that was growing back. I mean, I did notice it, obviously. But I also look at the
Yeah, but
pistol.
this is like your actual arm. It's not black or red or whatever, deep red.
Okay. So it looks just like my arm.
And then Tom just starts laughing at you maniacally. And it just keeps getting louder and louder until it's hurting your eardrums.
And I kind of just yell and shut up, and I swing the claw at him again.
Okay. You have the sheath still on the claw, so you swing it at him and you buffet him, and his body staggers back, and the head slips out and rolls on the floor, and it's still laughing.
And I start kicking the head, and I try to smash it with my foot.
And you hear a loud crashing sound, and you're jolted to the floor. And you hear shouting out on the deck. And you hear horrible winds.
Okay, then do I see Tom still or anything, or has this like been the dream?
No, you've like stomped the head into paste, and the body is now just lying on the ground, not moving.
Okay, then I get out to deck and see what's up.
Okay, you run out on the deck, and you see that your ship is engaged in combat, and as you run out on the deck, a broadside goes off on your ship. All 6 cannons are fired. 6, or is it 5? You get 5 to sign. 5 cannons are fired. And you look at the ship that you're engaged with, and it's right up on you. I mean, you could practically reach across and touch it, and it towers over you. It's the biggest ship you've ever seen. Thing must hold hundreds of men. And you can see, as you look up, you can see these creatures hanging over the rails and waving their swords and their hooks and everything else. And they look like, how to explain? They look like men, but they're like feral, and they're foaming at the mouth, and they're speaking in some, you're not sure if it's a language or if they're growling or if they're even actually uttering words or not, but you don't understand what the sounds are that are coming out of their mouths. Some of them are horribly disfigured and covered in blood. They seem to be wearing, clothing made out of the flesh of men. And then the broadside goes off on their ship, and it goes well over your ship, but it just tears through your masts and your sails, and the foremast gets like blown almost right out to sea, right off the deck of your ship, and the mainmast takes a crack and starts to bend and sway, and then it starts to kind of fall over as if it's falling straight down on you with the sail out and all. And it comes right down and crashes very near you, and you're like buried in the sail. And you see, you're like consumed in darkness for a moment, and you see 3 red lines in the darkness, like kind of vertically stacked.
Right.
And then you wake up, sweating in your bed. Your hook, your claw hook, is in the sheath. You look at the right side. Your arm is starting to develop below the elbow, slowly but surely, and it's really sore now. But it's still that dark red, almost black color.
I kind of wake up. I cannot sleep again. I'm just panting. Like I take a big swig of rum. With the claw, I try to. I have managed to take a little cup and just a little bit clumsily, but I just drink it. Then I go to Silver's and I wake him up and saying, "Silver's, something is up. I know something about the map."
Yeah, I'll roll over and I'll look at you with my glowing orange eyes.
I presume you're in your hammock below deck, Silvers?
Yeah.
Yep.
Unless you've taken to sleeping in the captain's quarters. Don't know, but,
No, I'm in a hammock probably. Well, actually, what time is it? I might not even be sleeping. Silvers can keep odd hours.
It's like middle of the night.
We'll say to make it creepier, you come down and I'm sitting on a stack of crates, like carving a piece of wood.
So I go to him and I tell him, "Silvers," and it's kind of funny because I just kind of ignore that you're still awake and stuff because I'm just panting and I'm telling him I had a vision of Tom. He told me the map was for the lost city of the Aztecs. Now, otherwise, I would have just think it's a fever dream. However, with all that I've seen, what do you think?
Yeah, Silvers will snicker and he'll say, "Believe me, visions are often very important." And I take another big chip out of the wood. And as you look down at what I'm carving, it looks like a readout of some huge tentacled kraken-like monster.
Then I described to him my dream. I just said, and this dream. It was very weird, and I describe it to him in detail before I start forgetting it. And it's just this with the giant ship and the feral men and the mass breaking down and the 3 red lines and me waking up. What do you think it means?
I don't know. Despite the gifts that I have, prophecy is one of them. But it can't mean anything good.
We need to find this map. We
Agreed.
need to find these West Indian company people, and get the map back. If we find the lost city of the Aztecs, we truly can settle down, and we can go on our own ways with the gold and do whatever we want. There's more gold for all of us, and we can know what to do with. If the legends are even half true.
Aye, Captain. It sounds like our path is set then, and I'll stand up gingerly and set the relief down and lean it against the wall, all creepily looking.
And I have these eyes, this kind of a mixture of greed and fear and madness. And it's just think of it, all this gold. And then I lift up the claw and it just kind of glitters in the moonlight. All this gold, think of it.
I think that's as good a place as any to stop the session. Thanks very much for playing. We will resume episode 6 in 2 weeks' time. Same time, same channel. Anybody want to say anything in closing before I end the broadcast?
Thanks for the great game.
Yeah. Oh, experience points. I need to figure out your experience points.
Thanks for the great game, Ian. So.
It was really fun.
Do XP before we end the broadcast, too. Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I had fun. I'm glad you did, too. I had to think on my feet a bit. I should have assumed, I kind of did assume anyway, that there was the chance that you just straight up murder my Dutch West India Company representative. But, that's okay, too. Okay, let's see, there's 5 of you here, so there's that. Now, rum bonuses. Everybody has it except for you, I think, Sean, yeah?
Yep.
Sean, you did the recap. Okay, now, my other modifiers. Yep, that there. Defies death. Oh, yeah. So for Robert, not Robert, sorry, Ronald. Jeez, I'm confused. I can't even get your identity straight anymore. Defied death. So he nearly died, but he didn't. Okay, and there's that. Okay, so Ronald, you're going to get 2,250 experience points.
Cool.
Robert the Red, you're going to get 1,500 experience points.
Is that in addition to the 1,200 that I got for the carousing?
Yes, the carousing was completely separate.
Okay, 1,500. Nice. I think I'm going to get close to leveling.
Simon Silvers, you have 1,750.
Oh man, I got 9,779. I'm almost there with level 4.
And actually, yeah, the Dutch and Dom both also will get 1,750.
Cool.
Do we have an XP chart where we can see when we level up?
No, it's 2,500 to get to second level, and then you double for each level after that. So it's 5,000 to get the third level, 10,000 to get the fourth level, 20,000 to get
level
the
up
fifth
then.
level.
Yeah, I made level 3 as well.
Yeah.
Puts me at 5,409.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm at 9,779. So next game I'm gonna level up. So
Yeah, just a couple hundred XP off.
I'm at
Yep.
9029, so I should level next game too.
I'm
Nice.
at 3 as well. So is that just the same thing, the hit point and the skill? Do the skill?
That's correct, yeah. So you get to roll your hit die again, whatever it is based on your constitution.
Oh,
And
so
you get
mine's
to
12. What's...
you
Does
get
that
a
make it
D12.
an 8? 1D... Was that... Yeah. No. My constitution's 12.
Oh, constitution 12, yeah, it's a D8.
Yeah, that's what I rolled last time, but for whatever reason I only wrote a 1, not a D8 constitution here. So I'll fix that.
What about, did Ronald level?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
And Ronald's also a specialist, right? So you get 2 skill
Yeah.
points plus hit die. Dutch is a fighter.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
plus 4 now to hit.
Third level fighter would be plus 4. Yep, plus 4 to everything. If you're a fighter.
Your guard is going to be out of control if you use it.
Never. I
question.
just stand behind allies.
oh shit, I have to up. I haven't updated on my shield. My sheet to plus 4.
Question, Ian. What's the skills? They can go anywhere, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
To one of the skills you already have, or to one of the skills you haven't trained yet, whatever, wherever you want to spend them. Okay, I think that's it then. So now I will stop the recording. We've got booty is distributed, experience points are rewarded, and we'll
Awesome.
be ready to go. I'll have to think of a title for episode 6, but I'll work on that over the next couple of weeks. So thanks for playing, guys, and thanks for watching.